Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tides of Death, the return of the Goblin King. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Fantastic, yeah.
Are you guys excited to do some pirating? Are you excited to raid the shores, sink the ships, steal the gold, and run away with the women?
Always, yeah.
And the men.
And the men.
Yeah.
So far, you've only run away with men. That's why I'm trying to, be a little bit
That's
inclusive
true, yeah.
here.
No, we have
just
one
keep-
woman
No
in
way.
our base.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
we ran
true.
away with a woman.
I forgot about her. All right. You've stolen
Yeah.
one woman and 3 men thus far. Well,
Yes.
one came voluntarily. You're doing great. Does anyone have a pirate fact, a seafaring fact, something nautical related?
I do.
I do now. And not only, right, is it nautical related, it's also very relevant to things going on in the modern day. All right. So in our current, predicament that the world is facing right now with, the COVID-19 pandemic and the anti-vax nonsense that's going on, what's one thing that we can all look to and say, that's good, that's a good job, that's here? Yeah, you're not sure? Well, the answer is clinical trials, Neil. Where would we be without a clinical trial? We'd be nowhere. We wouldn't know, wouldn't be able to make the vaccine, wouldn't know if it worked, we wouldn't know if it was turning people into dwarves or whatever else is the other side of the narrative. But you might say to yourself, when was the first clinical trial? When did that happen?
Tell me.
Well, there was a man named James Lind who, after studying in Edinburgh for a while, became a medical officer in the Royal Navy. And he was stationed out in, God, where was it now? All over the place, really. He was stationed in, all of the places, basically. But one time while he was out on his station on this large ship, lots of men were dying with scurvy at the time. And he ran basically the world's first recorded and properly executed clinical trial on the cure and prevention of scurvy, and formed the basis for all future clinical trials in the future, and realized why scurvy happens and how to stop it.
Wow, that's
His
pretty
name
good.
was James Lind. Yeah.
That is nautical adjacent. So I will give you partial
Whoa.
credit on your homework. Go ahead and take 2.5%.
Okay.
Unlucky.
How is it nautical adjacent? He was on a
Because
ship.
It barely has to
Worked
do with
for
him
the
being on the
Navy.
ship.
He just
do
happened
with
to be on a
scurvy.
boat when he did this
Yeah.
shit.
No, but it's to do with scurvy. It was a common thing to say at the time that scurvy
Take your
had killed more.
2.5.
Scurvy had killed more British sailors than French and Spanish arms combined.
Well, it's only because the British Navy was so powerful that the French and Spanish couldn't touch you.
It's not because scurvy killed everyone. But fine, I'll take 2.5%. Fine.
Yeah, it's just...
I can't remember
He
what
didn't-
somebody
he
got
didn't like
10%
that
for.
one.
Somebody got 10% the other day. I'm just
That's
saying
right.
that. Yeah.
And I'll keep getting 10%.
Absolutely.
Great. So, what happened last session? There was a jungle. There was an old dying woman. A magic book. Poisons. All of these things.
I'm just calculating my experience.
I don't remember.
We were
Oh,
on...
I remember now, yeah. You can go.
Yes.
I can do it,
returned-
Neil. Give me a minute.
I'm gonna
I'm
keep
just
it real
finished.
with you. I was so tired during the last session. I think the last 2 hours I barely was able. So,
Alright, experience
it's
levels.
as new to me as it is to you.
It's 2.5% of 8,000. 1% would be 80, 160,
I'll do it.
200, 200.
Last week,
Okay.
we went to Sulphur Island again because there was a glinting at the top of the mountain. We drove through the river and we found a bunch of small towns deserted, bunch of dead bodies. Nothing came out and attacked us. However, we did find a town near a waterfall, and in that town, PotatoMcWhiskey, his character Sail, casted Detect Spirits, and he was able to talk with the deceased cleric of the hunt, which was
Gagbia?
Agappa.
Agappa. She was a little scared because he was a cleric of Rohi. We don't really know why yet, though. We went to the top of the mountain. We met some of the old people who used to live here on this island. They still live here, I guess. And they're just in hiding from the White Prince. We met the old lady who was the daughter of the owner of the island. And they've been in hiding this whole time since. And they gave us a gold ring, a spell book, and a little bit of money and a monkey. for us to go on our quest and defeat the White Prince,
A one-eyed monkey.
the one-eyed monkey. Yeah.
It was named Seymour.
First order of business is going to be to get an eye patch for Seymour. I feel like this is of an integral importance. Yeah.
So you can see in the dark, right?
Yeah, because otherwise, how's he going to be able to get anything out of the stores?
We already did our checks to get back, right?
I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, I don't think we did actually.
I think
I don't
you
remember.
just got back to the lake and we're about to take off.
Wait, didn't you
we're
level
taking
up at the end?
Yeah, I leveled up.
I think we
That's
were
what-
home.
Oh yeah, we were
Okay,
probably,
we
we were probably
yeah, we
home
did.
because I leveled up. Yeah.
Okay.
Or did you get a spell book?
I know that I leveled up because I got the spell book and I have it on my character sheet.
We leveled you up because I think we knew you were going to head home and rest, but we didn't actually get you home.
That's fine.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. So the party can return home. It is just a few short island jumps away, and since you're going with the current, it takes you no time at all to return back home to the main base. So a couple days later, you find yourself back near Port Ferris, plowing into your secret island lair. It is Sulphur Island. It is Tuesday the 24th by the time you arrive. No.
Of what
You
month?
spent 3 days on the island. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. What year?
What month?
It is Thursday the 26th of September 1513. I think I said 1512 last session. That was a mistake. 1513. when you
What
arrive.
date are we in other campaigns? Or does that not?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
It doesn't matter. There shouldn't be any overlap between them for the time being.
Mhm.
We'll see if it happens, but I doubt it.
Nilrim with his new spell book. As soon as we arrive, he casts reveal. We get in. He jumps off the ship and he runs to his room, and he's gonna lock himself away in there for about a week.
Ah, he's keen.
To learn spells and whatnot.
Excellent.
He must have needed the privy. I say it's after he's run out of the room.
He does have
Either
his own
that or he's
private
a
one.
cockroach.
Could be both.
Right.
Well,
Back
come on
in-
then, Seymour. Let's get you in here. And I make an effort to be nice to Seymour, you know.
Yeah, he grabs your hand and walks beside you at your feet.
Oh my
His
god,
long,
amazing.
lanky legs making big strides to keep up with you. One hand grabbing
Ha-
around at other things nearby, while the other holds you gingerly.
Careful
What kind of
with the
monkey
hands,
are we
Seymour.
talking about here?
Yeah, true.
That's a great question.
Smart monkey.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's the one from Pirates of the Caribbean, right? It's got to be.
We are going with a Panamanian white-faced capuchin.
Oh, Panamanian.
Yeah, we're just gonna steal a
White.
regular monkey from the real world.
Oh, it's the one from the
That
hangover.
is- that-
Or,
yeah.
One from
Ace
Outbreak.
Ventura too.
This is a good. This is a good
Yeah,
monkey.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good monkey. I've seen
That's
it.
a good get.
I've seen it do its work before.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Fantastic. So he's small enough to sit on my shoulder, right?
Totally. Yeah, you can run up your arm,
Oh
sit
my
on your
God.
shoulder, all sorts of stuff.
I
Not too-
covet the monkey jealously. Okay, I don't
do we
want
know
to
the
make him
monkey
friends with
chose
anyone
you?
else.
Yeah, I was
It's
about to
holding,
say.
it's holding my hand. It was given to me. It's my
Wait,
monkey.
we should all
Animal
line up-
handling
We should
check.
all
Yeah.
surround him in a circle, and then we roll for who he walks towards.
Oh,
Listen,
buddy.
I will spend my proficiency slot on animal handling just to have the monkey. I want it.
You should do
Nilrim
it.
doesn't care about the monkey, so.
I'm doing it. I'm adding them. Come on. It's being added. Animal handling.
Did you level up and
That's yours,
get a
then.
non-weapon proficiency slot?
I
He
have
has
I
one,
have
yeah.
a spare slot.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
Is it a two slotter, Neil? It might
No,
be.
no, no. Animal
In which-
handling's a one slotter.
It's just a one slotter. Is it wisdom flat?
I'm gonna double check for you here.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Wisdom -1.
Okay.
Them animals are a little hard to deal with sometimes.
Yeah. Great. Fantastic. I befriend the monkey. I'm going to get it an eye patch. I'm going to get it a little dagger. It's going to be great.
Can a monkey wield a dagger?
I mean, that this one will be able to.
Okay.
You've never seen the monkey knife fights they have on ships? Oh man, those are dangerous. Right. So our party.
We're in home base right now, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
for
Yeah.
I want to spend some time teaching a little Bobby my punching technique.
Oh man, is little Bobby interested in this? Little Bobby's always getting treated like shit. So someone, one of these like higher ups, Archie, the bloody fists himself, showing up and being like, I want to teach you something. I want to treat you as like an apprentice or an equal or someone, worthy of time. Little Bobby is all yours. He is
We've been
so
treating
into
Bobby
it.
pretty well, though.
All he wanted was a thwapping stick, and you told him no.
That's right.
All he
He
wanted.
needs to earn it.
It's very cruel.
Yeah, so Bobby's down. He wants to learn to fight. He wants to learn to be more useful. He also wants to stop getting his ass kicked by the old man with the knife hand. So, fighting with you, great opportunity for him. What do you do, Sale? What are you spending your downtime with?
Well, last time I was here, I spent a lot of time with the people who live here. I'm kind of curious about the little monkey. But it's very clear that he is.
You can pet the monkey. That's fine. In my presence.
You know
No.
what? I wanted to teach the monkey sign language, all right? But you stole that from me.
You can't even read.
True. I'm gonna spend the week reading.
Wait, I need to know what his HP and AC is, Neil, to fill in the character sheet.
All right. He's
And what
got
level is he? And what class is he?
D3 HP because he's just a tiny monkey.
Come on.
He's got like less
D3.
HP. He's got less HP than a kobold. He's so much smaller than a kobold.
How much does a dog have?
Can we level him up?
Like
I give
2d8.
him more health.
Like a big muscly dog. Could you level up Seymour the monkey?
I will trade levels for Seymour.
Yeah, exactly.
If I
He
can
needs to be
drain
a
your
rogue.
levels to give them to Seymour, I will do it. I will take that trade.
I'll split my
It's
XP
the
with
worst
him. Okay.
trade in the world.
If you can find a way to level up the monkey, I'm down to roll with it.
Okay, all right. What? So you're saying D3 hit die?
Yeah.
That's rough. Does he get max on his first roll?
No. He's
Is
a
he
little
level
monkey.
Can someone roll his HP first? Because I'm going to roll a 1, so can someone else do it, please?
I'll do it.
Oh, that's a good way
Incoming
to do it.
too.
Come on.
Hold on.
He's going to get shot once and die. This is so fucking sad.
Wait,
You know, you just-
could I give the monkey Chaos Ward and then we send him to like go harass archers and they try to shoot him and all the arrows like start coming
That's
back
what's
at him?
that's what's going to happen, yeah.
That sounds amazing. I love it.
I mean, all right, a cat has D4 now. Just saying.
All right. He can have the same HP as a cat, D4.
Okay, D4, nice.
D4 plus 1.
No.
I'm
Show us the
struggling
roll,
with my
baby.
keyboard. I can't find the fucking slash. Hold on. I got a new keyboard. Wait, is this a slash? I think
Oh
so.
my god. It's a
D-
German
D4?
slash.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't roll a 1. I'll never forgive you.
Alright.
It's a tiny
one?
little monkey. Not a lot
What's
of
his
hit points
A-
here.
AC?
Same AC as a cat.
16.
I can give him
What?
armor, right?
Get the fuck out.
No, 14. Elven cat. You meant elven cat, right?
No, I meant regular cat. House
Did
cat.
you mean wild or domestic cat?
Let me just look at the cat table myself here. I don't like these questions.
Wait, I should be able to give him armor, right? 2?
Oh my
if you can find someone to make little monkey armor, then you can
No,
armor
the
him.
spell.
No,
Absolutely.
it's just a spell.
Yes, you can give him the monkey
And
armor
it'll be
spell.
permanent because he'll be dead if he ever loses that HP.
True.
Good. I like this.
He's gonna have so much AC.
All right, I give
This
the monkey
is
armor.
a domesticated monkey, so we will use the domesticated cat stat
Okay.
block.
Fair enough. So his AC is 18 with armor.
This cat is harder to hit than me
Jesus.
or monkeys.
You'll never kill him, Neil.
If I
No,
give him
don't take-
Chaos Ward, that's +1, and on misses, the arrows get deflected back at the
Ooh,
archer.
we could also enlarge him.
Oh my god, yeah. Amazing.
These things are amazing.
I will If he dies, I'm learning Ray's dead. I swear to God.
It won't work. Sadgo.
Yeah.
You'll risk being cast out, but Rohi might let you cast it actually, right? Because he's not one of the
I
original
don't know if
gods
it's on
that
his table.
disallowed it.
But maybe.
Neil's thinking better remove it from the table.
I mean, if it's on the, it's a custom spell list. If he's got access to them, he can cast them.
I don't think I have
I have access on my spell list to it.
Anyway, you come back to base. One of you is training with the others. One of you is studying spells. Someone is learning how to read. We've been learning how to read for a little while, actually. How long have we... How many months have passed in game time here?
Seymour and myself help Sail learn to read. Or I teach them both at the same time, actually. Amazing.
We've been playing since April, and it is now end of September, near to end of September. So April, May, June, July, August, September. It's been about 5 months.
But
why don't you,
check.
yeah, why don't you give me an intelligence check here, Sail? Let's see how your
Sure.
reading has come along. Oh my god.
God damn.
I was gonna give you like a halfway proficiency to this, but you can just take the whole thing. You've learned to read. It's a little bit slow,
Awesome.
it's a little bit stumbling, but by the end of this, like you'll be able to get through pretty much any book taking some time. In like another 2 or 3 months, we'll just call you completely fluent, but you can read. It's yours.
Do I
Well
feel
done.
like I learned on my own, or was I perhaps helped along with my friend?
I mean, sure, someone helped you a little bit here and there, but you did like 80, 85, 90% of the work. You know, you put in the time, you put in the effort, and you would ask
That's it.
someone for questions, but like, this is you. You did this.
Awesome. Is there anywhere in my character sheet I input reading, or is it just...
Yes, under your skills tab, it is a non-weapon proficiency. Where's your character?
You can't write though, right? You can just read. Or can you do both?
I'm
both,
assuming
right?
it's both. Yeah.
Okay. It's
I think
both.
part of
Sweet.
practicing reading is practicing writing and and vice versa.
Yeah, I'd probably be like
Like
drawing words in the sand.
Mhm.
We steal
Excellent.
pages from Nilrum's spellbook when he's asleep. It's a
That does
doodle
not happen.
Just get to like, that pet spell's finished, turn the page, there's just like a bunch of like torn out pages and no spellbook left.
I'm so fucking mad.
Just leave a poorly scribbled IOU.
Yeah.
Did I ever cast no age on the books in that library?
I don't think so.
In the base? Yeah, I'd like to do that at some point this week too.
The old rotting books that have like fallen apart and are just left in a corner waiting for someone to decide what to do with.
Yeah, the ones that were in base, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that we would have made them know, like, don't fucking throw those books away.
Okay.
In fact, I think you like sealed that. You like sealed the room essentially and told no one to go into it.
Don't fuck with those books.
Let me just look up thing.
I gotta get my notes too.
Yes. I need to look at the. And there. Oh, created the. Oh, fuck. I think that makes it. I just need to figure out how long the last age was, because these books are old. Yeah, I believe these books are like 2,000 years old.
Holy
In that ballpark. Maybe like 1750 or something.
Jesus.
I'll tell Nilrum about it because that would have been something we would have talked about. It's like,
Yeah.
Nilrum
So
will
he-
scratch his head and I don't know if we can restore those to their youth, but maybe. We'll see. And if we have nothing else, I'm going to be trying to learn 3 spells actually, 2 level 1s, 1 level 3. I think Alarm is also worth taking an extra 2 days to learn.
you just hit 5th level, right? And so you picked a spell to learn.
That's right. So this is gonna be researching through like the book.
Okay,
thing.
and remind me which spell you picked to learn.
I picked to learn Nilrum's Ship in a Bottle,
Oh, right. Of
the
course.
custom spell. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And now you're going to attempt to learn which spell first.
This one will be Alarm. I have a 70% chance to learn it.
Great.
Going
70 or
low.
lower on a D100.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Alarm is learned. 1d2.
Mhm.
Okay, 1 day. This is gonna be for knock. I'm
Mhm.
going low. Okay.
Excellent. 2d2.
2d2.
The 2nd level spell. Oh my god.
3 days. I'm going high here. This is for
Nice
lightning
work.
bolt. Lightning
Going
bolt.
high. Going high.
Fuck. Okay.
No, that
Didn't get
passes,
lightning
right?
bolt. Wait, if I'm going high, I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a 75% chance.
70.
70, so just don't load lower than a 30%. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
cool.
plus.
I got them all. Good.
Oh baby.
Nilrum just power spike tired, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to
Lightning bolt
fuck
is
some
3
shit up.
3 days.
Oh my god. No, I'm just gonna lightning bolt
That's
so many
32
boats that we
days.
pass
Oh, yeah,
out
3D3,
without asking for
sorry.
permission.
3d2. 3d2.
Do we want to?
Three.
Oh god.
The opportunity for that salt ship is like way past, right?
Yeah, for now.
They'd probably be back. They said twice a year, I think. So
Probably still not too much longer.
We
a
wait
little
6
bit.
months in the base.
All right. Nilrum is he's a big guy now. Yeah. Don't fuck
Wait.
with him.
is that 1d6 per level?
Yes.
That's
That is a
disgusting.
lot of damage.
Spells.
That will bring us to Friday, the 4th of October. 1 week and change of downtime. During this downtime, aside from playing with your monkey, what do you do, Captain?
You know, I walk around the base, I make sure it's all clean. I spend a lot of time with the monkey. I sort of chat with Wiley and Bobby and, you know, the other 2 slaves that we've sort of captured.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
I maybe
slaves,
go-
They're crew members.
No,
John.
those two are slaves. Wiley and Bobby are crew members at this point. They're still slaves.
I agree with that.
They are employees.
I
Unpaid interns.
guess maybe
Unpaid interns, yes.
I might make a trip to the island at some
Yeah, I
point.
have
Maybe.
some shit that I need from you.
Yeah, buy some stuff. Maybe check in with Nightingale. Do we want to make a payment?
Yeah, we have a fuckload of money, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I say that
so yeah.
for all this and the passing of time and the stuff with Nightingale getting kind of normalized, Archie's rage for Nightingale has simmered down quite a bit. Like, it's still there, but that initial burst of, like, I want to crush her face, I think it's passing by a little bit. He's feeling a little bit, like, more neutral about it than he was before. He's still
That's
probably
good.
gonna-
Because I think John was thinking that maybe killing is not a good idea, but he's sort of committed to letting Archie do it. So it's good to hear.
That is good. It's good for everybody.
Especially good for Nightingale. Well, you know, over time he'll
It's,
get
it's
over it.
mostly like all these adventures we've been having, been out on sea a lot, you know, we've been doing all the things that
Mm.
Archie loves, and he feels like he's been kind of more his own, and he's not as held back by it.
He's a part of the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we taking the whole crew to go see, well, the 4 main crew members to go see Lady Nightingale and have a nice big group chat, or is John going off on his own?
I go on my own. I will apply my I'll like braid my hair and apply some of the makeup and not wear my hat.
I'm getting
Yeah.
you a material list.
Yeah,
I'll
go ahead.
Do lightning bolt materials get expunged on use? I think the answer is yes.
Okay, I'm not promising I'm going to be able to get everything because obviously I can't look
Yes.
around for components.
Quick question for Koibu. Moment reading requires a set of 36 small discs made of polished bone.
Mhm.
Could I make that myself if I knew what I needed?
Probably not. You would take you a long, long time. I think these are the sorts of things that you would need to be finely and well crafted. So it's better
And
buying them.
Is this common enough to where it would probably be in like some ramshackle shop somewhere that they'd have this?
This would be the sort of thing you'd have to say, like, I need someone to make me these discs out of polished bone, and then come back and pick them up when they were done a little bit later.
Okay, I'll relay that to Captain Winters that this is an item that I need. So if he could ever find a crafter for it, that would be useful.
What is it you need?
A set of 36 small discs made of polished bones engraved with runes that represent numbers.
Oh, you could have had the savages make it, probably.
Probably, yeah. If I'd have thought of it, yeah.
Wait, I mean, no way. Okay, maybe I'll ask the blacksmith since he seems chill, but
He's cool with us, yeah.
I don't think he's going to be able to make discs out of bone and engrave them. That might be a little bit too suspicious.
But he might know a person.
Maybe, or maybe I might ask Nightingale about that.
Right.
Are you able to get 5 tiny bells, 5 pieces of very fine silver wire? I also need you to get one other thing that I sent to Koibu. I gotta find it. Give me a minute. But yeah, you can head out.
Oh. What if I made them? What if I cast Holy Symbol and made those out of sandstone instead?
No.
It would take a little bit. No, okay.
No.
Deal.
Yep, gotta have them made.
All right. So I do it once around the base. That the day that I'm going to go, I make sure I ask everyone for a list of things that they need from town.
Yeah, I need those things too. Koibu can give us the specifics, but I need X feet of copper wire wrapped around the longest and widest part of the ship. I don't.
You need copper
remember.
wire.
Yeah, copper wire, just like a ton.
Right. So we need the length of your ship, twice the length of your ship, which is about
twice the length of your ship.
95. We did 95 feet times 2 plus width of your ship is going to be the width of your mainsail. So that's 33 feet times 2 plus the... We need to go in all 3 dimensions, so then the other one would be sort of like around this way again. So another...
If I recall, you said it was going to be 100 gold for our current ship last time?
Yeah, I think we worked out the price for this ship to be about 100 gold.
Yeah.
So I'll just say 100 gold worth of supplies, but they do include copper wire and what else was it?
I believe it was copper wire, a glass bottle.
And the glass bottle.
Yeah. And then, and then the miniature that I have to make, which takes 2 weeks or a wisdom roll.
Right.
Which I have.
So, if we were to melt copper coins into copper wire, how many copper coins would we need?
I don't think we can make the wire, but we could probably.
Well, I might be able to give
technology to like.
No, but I might be able to give the copper coins to the blacksmith.
Well, the blacksmith will have coins or copper on hand, right?
Well, is
No,
copper?
we've got 210,000 copper coins.
I guess we're worrying. Like, is it cheaper to like? Is a copper worth a copper, or is it like
copper
a
is
US
worth
penny?
a copper.
Copper is a copper. Okay.
Yeah, copper is worth its weight in copper, and that's why we trade it. So, like, you can just take copper and melt it down and turn it into something, and then sell that thing for its weight in copper. Or you could sell it for its weight in copper plus the time you put into it if you like turn it into something valuable. But at the end of the day, a copper is worth its weight in metal.
No, that's some real theory of labor value right there. Not bad, not bad.
Let me show you my spreadsheets later, baby.
Yeah, Nilram will impress upon you that the 10 bits of fur, 10 glass rods, or crystal or amber would probably be the most important thing that you could get. We can do lightning bolt then, and that will be incredible. But I understand if you can't.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to struggle to get glass rods. I'm going to try and find somewhere that might sell them or someone that I can get to make them. But
it's glass rods or crystal or amber.
Yeah, sure,
yeah.
but yeah.
Amber rods?
It doesn't have to be a rod. It just says amber, crystal, or glass rods.
Oh.
Does the amber or crystal need to be rods, Koibu? It says amber, crystal, or glass rods.
It needs to be a rod. The lightning bolt comes from the rod, and it needs to be one of those things so you can rub it with the fur to make the static.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Nick, you head into Port Ferris.
Yeah, probably like late-ish afternoon. Like 3 or 4, something like that.
Do you bring the monkey?
No, I don't bring the monkey.
I request to be the guardian of the monkey while you're away.
Yeah, that's fine. Because he's learning to read. You're teaching him to read. He might not learn, but you know how sometimes if you're trying to learn something yourself, it's better to like teach someone else. So you're like trying to teach the monkey how to read, to like cement it in your own mind.
The rubber duck theory of engineering. It's very true.
It is. So I learnt my 7 times table.
Into Port Ferris, the captain goes, rowing his boat across the strait. You will see plenty of ships in the harbor, plenty of activity, and you will
I'm
do
not
the
going
normal
to the
thing,
harbor.
right? Where you
Yeah,
come
yeah.
out to here, leave the boat, walk into town. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Worth reiterating: hair in braids, makeup, no hat, different clothes.
All right, make me a charisma check at disadvantage here, Captain. You've disguised yourself, but you're still the same man underneath.
You want to fail this, right?
You want to fail, yeah. You can
Hey, I
do
want to
this.
fail it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to fail these. You've
Well,
always
you've got
passed them, right?
disadvantage. It's great.
Yes.
Ooh, all right. You can pick your way through town today, and after a few tense moments of noticing folk and no one seeming to give you the time of day, you feel confident enough to stroll through town, looking for shops, for smiths, for lovely ladies.
I've got 3 locations. Yeah, there's the general store, the blacksmith,
Mm-hmm.
and
The Lady Nightingale.
and Lady Nightingale. Yeah, so I'll go in that order: general store, blacksmith, Lady Nightingale.
Yeah, in the general store, you can get the 5 tiny bells. There's a little what do you call it?
Amazing.
Like,
Really?
yeah, there's like they have like strands of bells all together, so you could have like one string on which there are a whole bunch of bells that you could put like above a doorway or on something that opens, so when it opens it like jingles the bells, and he'll sell you just some bells off of a strand for, you know, a fraction, for whatever the price of the bells are on the economics table.
What does it mean?
I don't have the economics table, sorry.
I'm looking it up. Bell. Small bell is 1 silver per bell.
Can you link me that table for the future?
All right, they try and sell me them
Yeah.
for 1 silver a bell, and I say, listen, that's the standard going rate for a small bell. This is quite clearly a tiny bell, so I'm going
That's
to need some sort of a discount here. No, I'm
I-
going to pay
this
for 5
is
silver.
The bell that I've got, you know, making things smaller is sometimes actually more labor intensive than making a medium sized.
All right, you drive a hard bargain, sir. That's fine. Sell. So I'm not going to ask this guy for everything. I'm going to look around and see. Does this guy look like he has wire, like silver and copper wire?
No,
Or
you
not?
don't see any silver or copper wire laying about in an obvious place, but you
Okay.
will find like a fur half cloak that you could put on,
Yeah,
or what do
yeah,
you call
yeah.
those, like a little mini cape that you could wear.
Mm-hmm. So a fair cloak, that's fine. How much does that cost me?
Yeah, these are one of these like nice raccoon half cloaks. It probably costs you. It's been treated. It's sort of nice. Maybe like 30 silver for the whole thing, and that will get you more than the 10 bits of fur that you need. That'll get you like 30
100
bits of
or-
fur.
Okay.
30. Okay, cool. So I'm
make
hoping that the blacksmith can make the wire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything that I think could pass as glass, crystal, or amber rods, do I?
No, the closest you get to that is there's glass in the windows here, like panes of glass in the window.
Yeah.
And there are some crystals that are hanging with some wind chimes, or like part of wind chimes. And there is a walking stick that has like a little amber ball on the top with some sort of like scorpion inside of it. But the walking stick as a whole sells for like for 20 gold.
The wind chime, is it rods of crystal, or are they like just crystals?
No, it's just individual crystals hanging with hollow metal tubes.
Right, so I don't think that would work.
That wouldn't work, yeah.
So yeah, I ignore that, and then I'll just buy the little pack of 36 small discs of polished bone engraved with runes. I'll take that up to the counter as well.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
That's right next to the gum.
Yeah. It's at the counter by the chewing gum, yeah.
You pick them up and you realize that it's just plastic that's been made to look like bone, and it's probably not going to work for the spell component.
And there's only 35 of them. God damn it!
Buy that. Buy the plastic. We need that.
No. All right, so I leave with my 5 tiny bells and my fair cloak, and we'll head to the. Wait, no. There's one other thing I need to check in there. I say, and this is kind of hard to talk about, but a few journeys back, my kid, my little boy, got into an accident with a crossbow. Don't suppose you've got any eye patches. He's, if we forget to leave some of the torches on in some of the rooms, he goes in there, he can't see. But if he had like an eye patch, that might help.
Want him to be blind when he's on deck?
Yeah, usually, because there's all sorts going on. He's some of the men on ships these days.
I mean, far be it for me to give parenting tips to customers. You know, my sister lost an eye. She's got a couple of eye patches back there. We don't normally sell them, but you know, she's got 7. She really only wears her favorite 2, maybe 3. I could probably sell one of my sister's eye patches to you.
He's only a wee boy. I'm looking for something a bit smaller, you know?
Well, you could just trim the felt a little bit and loosen up the strings or cut them down. We could modify it.
Okay, well, if you can do the modifications, I'm happy to pay a few extra coins.
Hold on here. And he comes back out with 3 different eye patches. One of them has like a black leather square for the eye, or like a circle for the eye, and a leather cord that goes around it. One has sort of like a white linen circle with small little doodads, like little baubles. What do you call them? Beads sewed around the rim, and it's sort of like a nice white one with a semi-lacy strap around it, more like for fancy occasions, going to balls and whatnot. And the third eye patch is a patchwork of red and black squares that have like been tinily sewn together, and it is tied with just some simple cord.
The first one was just black.
Yeah, first one was just regular black leather.
You know, he's kind of a black and white kind of guy. I feel like the black eye patch is going to like go well with his white face. I'm just going to go for the standard black eye patch.
He slides it across the table and tells you it'll be 2 silver.
Okay.
This is my sister's eye patch and all.
Have you modified it? Has he modified it?
Oh yeah, he'll sit down behind the counter and pull out some scissors and cut it around here and do this and ask you to like make an approximate face for your kid's head, and you know, he'll just spend a few minutes here working with you on this.
Big. It's got really long arms. No, I don't.
He looks at you and like, you know, his face gets sort of dark, and you know, he's realizing that he probably didn't lose an eye on a ship. Like, you probably got some sort of malformed, you know, runt of a human child that you're desperately trying to
Why would you just say that
improve.
it's for a monkey? I don't understand. Why would you go through such lengths?
By the
I have a
time
history of just lying needlessly. I don't know why.
You're a fucking bro.
by the time he's done with the eye patch, he just gives it to you for free. You know, the heartbreak of what your poor child must
Amazing.
look like. He just wants to donate it to a good cause.
Okay, so I give him 35 silver then.
Yeah.
I was going to give him a tip, but if he's giving it to me for free, I feel like it wouldn't make sense to give him a
No, it
tip. So
wouldn't.
I give him 35 silver. And I thank him profusely, and we'll head to the blacksmith.
All right. Blacksmith is there. He does not recognize you as you walk up. can
So I'll
place your orders.
speak. I kind of been doing like a bit of a different voice, but I'll use my normal voice. Am I speaking to the guy?
I assume you're speaking to the guy, the blacksmith
guy,
with whom
yeah,
you
yeah.
have done business.
Yeah, is the guy.
Greetings, my friend. Good to see you again.
Hello, mate.
I look over my shoulder a little bit and lower my voice and say, I was looking to pick up a few things. First off, don't suppose you've got any more of that iron dust around? And I give him a wink.
Is that eyebrows raise? Yes. Yes, come into my shop, he says, sort of glancing up and down the street, and brings you back in under the awning a little, away from the road, away from any prying eyes, except for those that might be passing directly by. And he lowers his voice as well. Anything else you need, sir?
Yeah, there is, actually. Need some silver wire, some copper wire. Quite a great deal of the copper wire. Is that something you can make or already have?
I can make copper wire.
Silver wire as well? I can
Aye.
provide the silver and the copper if you need it.
Or
I'm happy
just
to pay in
melting down
gold.
the copper or silver coins I have on hand. You can pay in copper or silver if you'd like.
That's fine. Yeah, okay.
Doesn't matter to me.
How long is that going to take to make, do you think?
You know, you give him the dimensions of everything, and he thinks for a moment. You know, that's a lot of wire. Wire is a slow process. Just need to check my sheet over here. Smith, we said it was going to be 100 gold pieces.
Yeah, you said 100 gold pieces per casting of it.
It'll probably take me better part of a week and a half. A week and a half to make.
Okay. And it's 100 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, and the silver wire he can do as well.
Did we need?
Can you just get 2 castings if it's gonna take him a week and a half? I mean, we might as well get it
If it takes him a week and a half to do one casting, it'll take
Yeah,
him
it'll
3
take him
weeks to do 2.
Yep.
Okay, so you want to do 2 castings?
Yeah, I just think like we should just get him like working on it.
All right, but we can pick up the
We
first
can
one
pick
after
up
a
the
week and a
first
half.
one. Yeah.
The
Okay.
very fine silver wire, he can make you, because we don't need long bits, right? We're just using small strands.
It's
he
super
can,
small with a little bell.
Yeah. So he can have that
he
ready
can
in
have that
1.5
ready for you
weeks as well.
tomorrow. He can have that ready for you tonight if you really need it right now. But
No, it's all right. I'll pick it up with the copper wire. There is one other thing though. It might be a little bit more difficult. I know it's not your area of expertise, but perhaps you know someone in town or could get this done in a less suspicious manner. But I need rods made out of either glass, crystal, or amber. Maybe about this big, this thick. You know, easy to hold for a person. But it's got to be glass, crystal, or amber.
I don't
Obviously,
work with
willing
any
to
of these
pay.
materials.
I
The
know.
only people, the closest, what do you call them? Glass smelters nearby would be Colrogia.
Rogia, where's that?
Oh,
We've been there?
it's an island, maybe 4 or 5 down the line.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4 in line. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I know the place. I know the place. I've been there.
Is that where the
Um,
dwarves were?
Yeah, that's where the dwarf is, yeah.
We got friends there.
Alright, maybe I'll take my request there. No luck with amber, though? I'm not sure how amber works. Couldn't be molded?
He shakes his head. No. Ember's hard, like glass, like crystal. It's a non-malleable substance. Hard to come across. Got to dig it up out of the ground. You know, if you're looking for exotic things like this, you might want to be looking for a bigger town.
Yeah,
You
sure.
know, a larger
We've been
port.
Yeah, thing is, difficult for me to get around these days. Draw a lot of, unwanted attention. Some of these bigger towns, closer to my enemies.
There's always people willing to move cargo. I'm sure you could find your way to a town or someone who could place an order on your behalf and deliver it here. In fact, I'm sure if you head down to the port, you could place orders and, like the rest of us do, and have things imported from one of the inner circles or probably the Midlands.
Well, that's
Port
what I'm
Ferris
thinking,
is
friend.
strong contender.
Could you not perhaps place these orders on my behalf? You understand, I'm worried of myself heading down to the docks, given the people that frequent the area. And I'm not talking about the sailors.
A lot of liability. I'm not trying to put my neck out for anyone around these parts. It's gonna incur some
I
costs.
understand. Of course. Well, we're both men here. We can discuss the costs freely and openly. If we can't reach a deal, then we can't reach a deal. But there's no harm in talking.
He nods, understandably and approvingly. So if you want to order something from one of these other islands, there's going to be like a 50% markup just getting it to you, and then this guy is going to apply a... Actually, it's probably going to be a 100% markup importing it, and then he'll apply a 50% markup on top of that. So it'll be 3 times the regular listed cost to secretly import it via this other person. So your
Okay.
glass
And what is the
rod is normally 3 gold for a little glass rod. So a glass rod would come out to like 9 gold each.
That's quite a lot per casting.
Yeah, we might as well just go visit at that point. Fuck.
Well, I tell you what. Bearing in mind, I'll go and speak to my friends on Colrogia and see if I can't get some made at source. But if not, it's important to me, so I'll be back here and we can make a deal. But I'll be back in about a week and a half, right, to pick up the wire, or at least the first batch of the copper wire.
Splendid.
All right.
And if you're not back then, I'll just keep it tucked over here away, and you pay up
exactly
front.
that.
In case
I
something
will
happens
give-
to you, I still need to be paid for my work.
Of course, I'll pay you now.
Great.
It's 200 gold and what, a bit extra for the silver?
Yeah, I just had the price for that over here. The silver wire is... Ooh, it is 2 gold per length of silver wire. You wanted 5?
Is that... Well... Really? For small, super small, because it's just to fit on a tiny
This
belt.
does say very fine. I just have regular silver wire. So why don't we say
Okay.
5 fine wires are 1 regular wire, so 2 gold
Okay.
for the wire for the silver.
So I'll give him 210 gold. So that's an 8 gold tip.
Perfect.
$800 tip, right?
That's nice.
God damn.
That's pretty good.
Fine silence.
I'll shake his hand and
Shakes yours.
bid him. I'd ask your name, but perhaps it's for the best that we don't exchange too much information here.
Like to keep my place in town as is. Compartmentalize different business ventures.
Well, I'll be seeing you in a week and a half, and I'll make my way confidently out of the blacksmiths and to the garden entrance to Lady Nightingale's estate.
Yeah, you get him to the back of the place. You can see that there is the halfling gardener who's normally around. He is plopped out in the backyard in a hammock with a pipe up to his lips, just rocking back and forth really gently, enjoying this nice late autumn, mid-autumn day. October?
Yeah, so I like put my head over the fence and in a quiet, soothing voice, so as not to shock the man too much, I'll say. Great weather we're having today, isn't it?
Yeah. Halfling pokes his head up and pops out of his hammock, steadies himself, makes his way, and opens the lower half of the thing so he can like look up to you and goes, the front door is on the other side, sir. This is the back
I'll
garden
crouch
entrance.
I crouch down next to him and say, appreciate that, but if you don't mind, Lady Nightingale likes me to come in the back, if you know what I mean. Sorry.
I'm
I worded that poorly. I worded that quite poorly.
Perfectly.
I'm just a gardener. I'm not supposed to let people in or out.
This isn't the same guy that I've seen before then?
Oh, it totally is, but he doesn't recognize you at all.
You don't remember me. Perhaps you remember my friend, and I'll hand him a gold coin.
Oh,
Ring any bells?
yes. Come, and he like reaches up and opens the full gate and lets you in. You're that pirate man, aren't you?
Well,
Washed up on shore a couple months back, killed all those guards.
You know,
There were wanted posters of you everywhere.
Allegedly.
allegedly, yeah. I've done some things. Not everything they say is true. You see, the White Prince he's got it out for me. He just wants to see me hung.
Oh yeah,
He's heard
everyone's got an
stories.
opinion about the White Prince. He says, walking with you across the gardens. Everyone's got an opinion. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Well, they say things about me that I never did, but there's a lot of things they don't tell you that he did. Trust me, I've seen it.
What have you seen? He says, plopping down and offering you his pipe while he sits on the edge of his hammock.
Yeah, I'll crouch down and like whisper and say, they say that his royal guard are actually skeletons.
Yeah, we don't talk about those very things. The lights in
Yeah.
the sea. Ooh, scary stuff. Try not
He's
to
up
think
to all
about it too
sorts.
much.
Yeah, well, keep your head down. You'll be all right.
Lucky for me.
I didn't mean it like that. That's a good point.
He takes a long drag and pontificates with you for a moment. Can you imagine
Do you,
pledging
do
your
you mind?
life? Oh yeah, of course, Pledging your
thank
life
you.
to the White Prince, undying for all time, man. Whew.
You wouldn't catch me doing that. I wouldn't serve that motherfucker for more than 10 minutes.
It just sounds like a lot of work is all. I
Yeah,
don't
you know,
know.
if you can't rest when you're dead, when can you?
You people,
I mean,
you biggins, you're just always working. No time to stop and enjoy the flowers, digging your hand with your hands a little bit. Man, you guys
It's short
really like to be
lifespans.
busy.
Ambition is a curse and a blessing. The cards work in mysterious ways, my little friend. Best not to question it too much. You got it quite good here, right? Sitting in the garden, relaxing with your pipe. Could be worse.
I mean, every now and then there's something to clean up. There's a scuffle in the backyard. There's blood all over the plants. Not good for the soil, you got to pull that soil out, replace it with some other stuff. Ugh, it's just...
Yeah, it's bad, but you're lucky around here because you wouldn't believe what they do to halflings where I'm from. Not all of them, but there's some nefarious people out there who I look him.
He
well,
like tucks his feet underneath his body in the hammock a little bit.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
You're not one of
Dirty
those
business.
believers, are
No,
you?
Of course not. No, of course not. A man makes his own luck. Or a halfling. Well, anyway, I'll leave you to it. I'll see you on the way out.
No one ever tells me what's going on.
Oh yeah.
What
do you mean?
He looks at the house and he looks at you. Maybe I shouldn't ask questions. I'm just a gardener. But what's going on between
Not
you
much.
and her ladyship?
Oh. Well, her husband. I shouldn't talk about it. And I'll walk
Yeah,
out.
and he takes a big puff on his pipe as you walk away. You really shouldn't, but he shrugs and lets you go.
Yeah. Okay.
You can make your way to the house. The servants in there will be surprised as you rap on the door, but they'll open it, and with a little bit of recognition, they'll let you in. Let you know that her ladyship is out at her one of her evening strolls around the city. They mentioned that same tavern that you saw her in that very first night. That's probably where she is right now. But if you'd like to wait in one of the parlors, they will give you food and water and wine and let you chill until
Absolutely.
she arrives.
Yeah, I feast on whatever food and drink whatever wine they'll
Yeah.
give me while I wait.
Let's see.
I loosen a few buttons on the shirt, roll the sleeves up.
Mm-hmm.
Have a few
Lady
drinks.
Nightingale will return later that evening, well after dark. She comes into the house with a bit of a whistle and like a song on her lips. Her two escorts will quickly park them, one by the front door, the other one will come in, like doff their gear. And her whistling and somewhat singing will be cut abruptly as she comes to the door and throws it open and sees you there. Puts her weight on one foot and hand on the other hip and cocks her head to the side and says, well, if it isn't the pirate captain here in my home. What are you, here to take me prisoner?
Out so late, Lady Nightingale, and without your husband, whatever would he say?
Whatever would he say? Oh, who the hell knows? Here, and she plops herself down in a heavy chair and kicks a booted foot up on the chair. And then makes eye contact with you, like, take off my boots while you have something to tell me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I start rubbing our feet. And, right, so, talking business. I was hoping you might give me an idea of how much money we still owe you.
Francis, my ledgers! She calls to her servant, who comes by a little bit later with the ledgers. A servant gets a nice little fire going in the hearth. Some mulled wine is brought out.
Nice.
She takes a look at her books. Okay, used ship. Originally priced at this. Money's been spent. According to my records, you still owe me about 12,000 gold pieces.
Well, that is a fair bit. So, how do you feel about copper?
Whatever do you mean?
Well, I happen to have come across a large swathe of copper coins, and they don't make for efficient carrying when it comes to cargo space, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been looking for a way to offload them. Now, I don't know if you've got issue with payments in copper, but I could bring a lot of them here. I also have silver and gold
She
as well. Not the
waves her
whole
hand
amount, but-
easily. We mine copper. We smelt it into ingots. Not a problem.
Okay.
She
So
switches
it's a-
feet to allow you to take off the other boot. And
Yeah.
do you have 12 million copper?
So
a
how
lot.
many copper is a gold?
100?
1,000?
So I've got 210,000 copper. So how much is that in gold?
2,100 gold pieces.
Okay. So, and I assume that that would be an adequate payment for this at this time.
I mean, I want my money. I understand it will take you some time, and there are other favors we have yet to exchange. So I don't mind a slight slow roll on the payment, but it's been many months now, and your debt is still outstanding.
I understand. It takes a while for me to get operations going here. You know, it's a new area, new town. Got to make new contacts. Things are starting to go my way now, though, so don't worry. Things are going to start rolling in. But obviously, I haven't got all that copper with me. But did you got a map of the island around here?
He like sighs, looks about the room for a while, and then calls for a servant to bring her drawing table. And a servant will bring out like an easel with some ink, some paints, and she'll just like stand barefoot and just do a quick outline of the island for you. It looks something like this. Here you go.
Okay, so if here's Port Ferris, and there's this weird like lagoon thing down here, and I mark the points that I usually land the ship on. Which is just for your knowledge, Neil, you know, like here.
Right.
And I say a day, 2 days, a week. Let me know when's good, and I'll meet you there at first light with the copper.
Well, it won't be tomorrow, that's for certain. Let's say the morning after tomorrow.
Fair enough, yeah. Okay, great. I'll see you then. I'll bring the copper. We can strike off 2,100 gold off the bill, and I'll see you in another month or so.
Good.
All right.
Good.
Careful with those feet.
Where do you think you're going?
I suppose I do.
Grabs you by your button shirt and hauls you away.
Wait, did they ever have a relationship like this?
Do know. All right.
Wait, what the fuck?
I go in and earn some money off the bill. You know.
He's a handsome man, dude.
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Well, I just remember she had like rejected his advances multiple times.
Well, ladies gotta play hard to get.
I have a mood die that I roll for how lucky she's been out gambling in individual nights, and she rolled very high today. She's in a good mood. And this guy, he only comes into port every once in a while. Low maintenance, fuckboy. Easy.
Can we get a
Alright.
performance? Can we get a performance?
Do I need to roll?
Yeah, I would like a performance check or something.
Wait, do I need 2 constitution checks here, Neil?
No, that's fine.
Just
But
one-
you can roll
just-
me a dex check
Oh yeah.
or
Absolutely.
a con check. I don't know.
No,
Do whatever
I'll
you
go with
feel is
dex.
appropriate.
My style is more dex, you know. It's more of a
Please, a 1.
contortionist approach. Amazing. She has a great time. Even if it's quite short-lived.
Well, I
Oh my god.
I think you had a great time, Nick.
Well, he makes up for a deficit in one area by being able to tie cherry stems into knots with another, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Can we do one more con check to see if he rallies?
The second con check is to see if she gets pregnant, but that's apparently not an issue here. So
Yeah, she's got an appropriate fertility totem, so she's fine.
nice.
Fertility.
Yeah, it's graded by Clerics of Martha. There's a fertility and an infertility version, and she's got the infertility version. As long as it's appropriately sacrosanct and prayed to and treated appropriately, it helps reduce the chance of fertility.
Do
Nice.
Verasi clerics go around and like get rid of those?
Space.
Oh, the Ferocity Clerics don't get rid of them. They don't give a shit. That's not there.
They protest. They're pro-life, ironically.
All right. Great.
All right.
You can
I
leave the
do my
next morning.
business. Oh, I'm staying overnight. Fantastic. Okay, I leave in the morning. So I'm
Yeah,
coming
you
back
don't want to row
tomorrow
across
morning,
that
right?
night. Mhm.
No, I'm coming back tomorrow morning. Okay. So I come back to the base, you know, the next morning with a spring in my step and a smile across my face. And I go to everyone's individual rooms. So first off, I'll go to Sale and pick up Seymour.
Can I have an animal handling check to see if I've stolen Seymour's affection in this time?
Oh, you got high wisdom. That's not fair.
It'll be half as
Totally
much, though.
fair.
It's wisdom and half -1.
Yeah, wisdom at half -1. Make me roll. We'll see what it says. Don't roll a 20.
Don't roll a 20, please. Yes.
Oh, buddy.
Amazing.
Seymour likes the fresh open air, and all this time underground has sort of like wigged him out. So you're doing your best to befriend him, but he's just in a cranky, pissy mood. He likes the high, tall trees and the mountain tops where he's got it, everything around. Now he's just like stuck underground. So he runs around, throws shit at people, harasses Bobby a little bit, spends most of his time going up the wizard teleportation area and then like dropping down, like slow falling,
Nice.
and then running himself back up and dropping down again.
All right, well, I will get him onto my shoulder, or just standing next to me, and I will crouch down next to him and put on his little eye patch, which I am adding to his character sheet.
Great.
Fantastic. And okay, thank you, Sale. I couldn't find someone to make the bones, but I figure what we should do is perhaps we get the bones ourselves. We get them made into the discs in one place, and we get the carving done somewhere else.
That would be a
Split
good
up the
idea.
construction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You seem a little more cheerful this morning, Captain. Did you
I
have
am.
a good night gambling?
Well, I wasn't gambling, but I did have a good night. Yeah. I got to enjoy the pleasantries of the noble lifestyle for a time, It's pretty good.
That must be nice. Feasting, drinking wine.
Exactly
all that.
that.
Sort of stuff.
Can we get a
Feasting,
performance check
drinking.
from her as well?
Yeah.
How good
Absolutely.
was
Yeah, Neil.
Apparently, pretty good.
she? Apparently pretty good.
Let me
Listen,
devise
it's been
some
a long
Lady
time,
Nightingale
okay?
stats.
I
It's
feel
been a
like
long time.
Captain Winters has been at sea for like 6 months, so she should get advantage because he hasn't,
Yeah.
She could be a manatee for all he knows. Like,
Isn't D&D great?
Grace, Lady Nightingale. Roll some stats over here. Oh my god! Okay, close.
Oh.
Got some high decks. Nine. All right, so her roll. Here's her dex check. I am giving her advantage. Is that 30?
Amazing. Yeah.
And normally I would give women advantage for con checks anyway, since there is not a, what do you call it? It's not refractory issue for them. But since you've been at sea for a long, long time, buddy,
Yeah.
we'll do like double advantage.
She ain't walking straight after that.
Yeah, two sets of
Amazing.
30. Well, I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's
Great. Okay, so I whistle as I leave Sale's room with Seymour in hand, and I will go and visit Nilrim.
Right.
Nilrim's door is locked. Please knock on it.
Nilrim, I got your stuff.
No mole. Come and open the door. Ah, thank you, Captain.
So I will hand him 5 tiny bells and a fair cloak, and say, I got the blacksmith in town to make the copper and the silver wire.
He just
But,
starts
not-
ripping up the fur cloak in front of you, like not caring about it at all.
But I'm not going to be able to pick it up for about a week and a half, so maybe you can do some more of your, and I'd like peer my head in through the door, whatever it is you're doing in here. Bit of a hiccup though on the glass rods. No one in town smelts glass. Apparently the only place that does near here is Colrogia, where we left.
Wiley's a
the
glass
dwarf.
worker.
Yeah, but doesn't have a blaster or whatever they need to make it, right? I mean, hey, there's plenty of fucking sand around here, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty
let's
sure he
talk to
needs the
him.
tools. All right, yeah,
Let's see
okay.
what he needs.
Wait here, I'll go and get him. Wiley, get in here.
If I can get one glass rod, I can cast lightning bolt in the sand, and maybe that can get us more glass.
Wiley comes in with a tap, tap, tap of his peg leg. Aye, Captain, what you need?
Wiley, we are
Uh-huh.
looking to provision some glass rods.
Oh,
No. Little birdie told me that Perhaps in another life, you yourself may have been a glassworker.
Well, I've stroked many a rod in my life. No, I've got some.
You stroked one rod lots of times, I'm sure.
I know a
Might
thing
be
or
a bit
two
more
about
difficult
glass
since
rods.
this. Might be a bit more difficult since this.
You make the mistake once, mate. Just the once.
Yeah, well, the first time you make it, you can't make it again.
Ooh, well, I mean, things heal.
Wasn't that
anyway,
bad?
you want
So,
me to blow
my
some
question-
glass for you?
Yeah, well, I know there's plenty of sand around here, which I think is how you make it, right? But I assume you need some sort of equipment.
I've had plenty of time in this laboratory here. There's an old glass furnace, ruined,
There is?
completely. He just shakes his head at you. It's all right. A captain should know the utilities of his vessel, but this place is a bit run down. I don't begrudge you for not understanding what you're looking at. Yes, there's an old ruined glass kiln in here.
And we could get it
Completely
working
ruined.
again?
Sure. It would take a certain amount of tools. Expensive
What do
to
you
buy,
need,
easier
Wiley?
to steal.
Give us the lowdown on the tools.
First,
that you
we'll need coal, lots of coal or coke in order to stoke the flames. Then we're gonna need the appropriate rods, the appropriate brushes, the appropriate picks of all sorts of different shapes and types, because you're gonna want to make different things. It's not just the one thing you're going to make for all time. And some of the kilns in here need a little bit of upkeep. I could probably do the repairs if I had an extra hand. Thank you. But Bobby should be able to help me with these things. But we'll need some more stones, some more concrete, some more mortar. There are tools that we could need. And they're purchasable in many places and thievable from a few.
You think we could get these on Flotsam?
I doubt it. Maybe a couple of the things, but not most of them. We'd need to go... Colrogia's a good spot. Plenty of glassmiths out there.
All right.
The only
Well, we'll
question
do
is,
that
are
then.
you paying for it, or are you taking it?
Depends how much it costs.
It'll cost a lot, boy.
How much we talking here? Hundreds?
Also, Wiley, you refer to him as Captain.
Yeah,
Captain
I'll let you
boy,
off
I'm
once.
sorry.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood.
Why are you in such a good mood, Captain?
Well, man shouldn't, gentlemen shouldn't kiss and tell. I give him a wink.
Ooh, if you wanted to buy the things we'd need, it would probably be in the range of 10,000 silver.
It's 1,000 gold.
Aye.
What do you think, Nilram? How many of these do you need? Might be cheaper to just buy 10 if that's what you need.
How much did they cost each? Was it 10 gold each?
I think it was going to be 3 gold if we get them directly from Colrogia, or 9 gold if we import them.
It'll be 1,000 silver?
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold,
1,000
10,000
gold.
silver pieces to outfit the forge to be a proper glassmith and forge. But then once that's done, any glass items I can mostly make. A little bit of help.
I think it might be useful just to... Like, think about it this way, Captain. We can make our own glass items.
Yeah.
We can
like
sell
what?
certain glass items. You know, glass pipe. We could start outfitting the windows in this space. You know, we could,
Yeah,
Why
make it
don't
look
come all the
good.
way to the Dardanelles to be a glass merchant?
I nod.
But
I'm down to not fix it up. I think it's maybe we can do that in the long term.
there's a metal forge as well. There's a tanning station. There's all sorts of
Wow.
abandoned
The metal
facilities
forge.
here.
that's maybe a little bit more interesting.
Would all of the tools that we get in this 1,000 gold be able to fix up some of the other stuff as well, or at least in part?
He ponders for a moment. Let me take a look about, and he will walk off to examine these other rooms. I'm going to try and show you what Wiley is talking about. So this room in the upper left corner, way the hell up here. Yeah, where that arrow is. This is is built to be a tanning, leather tanning area. You could make hide armor out here. You could make any sorts of bits of leather. Like, it's got most of the infrastructure. It's got the 2 giant windows so that, like, the wind can blow through appropriately and like move the stench out of the rest of the area. It's even got like a rise and fall section over here, like a bit of a U shape to keep the smell away. This area over here, no, this is the training grounds. This is the forge, the metal forge. This is the
ping us?
Oh,
I see now. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
This one
the
over
forge.
here is the metal forge. This one is the glass forge. And this one up here is... I actually have to open the deep notes for that one.
Deep notes.
I'm sorry. I got them mixed up. The glass forge is the top one.
Okay.
This one up here is the glass forge.
Got it.
This one down here is the metal forge, and this one over here is the like wood shop. So you can see like the wood shop's got the tools, but they're all like old and rusted, but there's still some infrastructure available that can be reused, and hooks on the walls in all the right spots. The metal forge still has like an old rusted anvil which you could polish up, and it's still got like the actual heated forge elements, but like some of them have fallen apart and need a little bit of repairs. He estimates that it'll take 10,000 silver to get the glass forge working, maybe 1,000 silver to get the iron forge working. The wood shop would probably be 500 silver to get up and running.
So the glass one is the most expensive.
The glass one's the most expensive.
No, and what about this for a plan then? We head down to Colrogia, we find a glassmaker, employ him to make us a batch of these glass rods, let him know that we're working outside of the law here and to keep things quiet. We pay him, and we arrange pickup in the night at his forge, and then we just fuck him up a bit, tie up his men, loot the forge, and with any luck he won't go to the guards because he's been working taking payment for pirates.
Norm nods. That'll
That
work.
way we get the glass rods, we don't have to wait for Wiley to make the first batch. How long? God knows how long it'll take to get this thing working again. Get a first shipment, and then whilst you're using them, we can get the forge cleaned up.
Why don't we just go there, order the glass rods, he makes them, we show up to pay. Either we show up to pay and we kill him and we take his shit, or where else is he going to keep the glass rods but in his shop? I have knock. I can just open the doors and we can just get the glass rods and go.
Yeah.
And whatever else we want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We go into his
Okay,
place.
yeah. Same thing? Okay, cool.
I was saying we could meet him there to make the deal. That way the door's already open, but I suppose that's one way of doing it.
Either way works. Okay.
Alright, good talk. I think that's everything for you. Yeah, so a bit more time to study spells. I'll go and grab that copper wire in a week and a half.
Okay. I guess I'll try to learn another spell or two.
And yeah, you can maybe see what the others are up to because I've been talking for a while, but that's everything.
Let's head back to Archie. You have been fighting with Bobby during his free time and training with him. Is this more like I need a sparring partner, or I want you to be a worthy fighter? Are you really trying to teach Bobby?
It's more so about, I think Archie realized that he enjoys like explaining stuff and talking about the thing that he's so passionate about. So he's kind of just using it as an excuse to talk about punching. He's the same way about rowing. Like back on the ship, he would often like teach people to row because he would just enjoy talking about rowing because it'd be interesting to him. And it's the same here. So basically, it's just him standing in a room with Bobby, and he's like showing him the form, and he's talking about why it's important, and then he's seeing if Bobby can simulate this.
Yeah. This section on the map over here, this big open square, is sort of like an exercise room / training grounds area. There are old racks built on the walls where you might have hung armor or shields or weapons. There is like a sandy pit carved in it where you can do practicing like when the ground's not too difficult or damaged. Again, it's sort of old and outdated and things would need to be replaced, but there is a specialized room in your fort, in your base, for just such activities. And I'm going to have you make me, let's see, probably a wisdom and a charisma check for how well you can train Bobby, and I'll give him an intelligence check for how well he can learn from you. Let's just get some samples of what's going on. Great willpower, wisdom, love it.
And charisma, not so great.
So not so great. You have a little
So
trouble
I am
reading him.
knowledgeable. I'm just having trouble giving him the
Yeah.
knowledge.
And here, wow, Bobby's got surprisingly good stats. Here is his intelligence check. He soaks it up. He is loving it. In fact, I will now make Bobby a first level character who has the regular punching fighting style. 1 attack
Nice.
per round, 1d3 damage, melee. Type is bludgeoning, speed is 3. Bobby is a first level puncher with 6 hit points.
If Archie keeps training this guy, one day he's going to beat the shit out of one of us and we're going to have to kill him.
Well, in part of the training, I obviously make sure to imbue Bobby with the idea. It's like the first rule of having such an amazing weapon as your fist is you never aim it at someone you don't want to hit. Especially at the people around here, the people in the crew. If I see you attacking anyone that we're not attacking with this, if I see you misusing this power, you know what'll happen, right?
You're gonna punch me in the face?
I'm gonna punch you in the face, Bobby.
Got it. He will be careful with this power you're giving him. Bobby is 5'9", 131 pounds. Lean boy over here. He's only got 6 strength, so he's not the strongest of fighters. In fact, he's got a -1 to hit because of his low strength. So maybe you guys will be fine if he ever gets uppity.
He doesn't have a minus to damage, though.
No, just to hit.
Okay, that's good, because that would be really bad with punching.
Yeah.
Dude, all of these fucking spells I got are all enchantment. I can't learn them. Not all, but a lot of them. It is what it is.
Sucks.
A lightning bolt.
It's true. It's the only one.
Is knock enchantment?
No, thank God.
No. Yeah, okay.
Are you locked out of enchantment as a dimension?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we take our first break right here? When we come back on the other side, the party will hopefully be ready to set sail for new shores or old shores with new plans. Well, I don't know. We'll find out when we come back on the other side of a break. See you guys soon.
Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. So the party has had their expedition. They've trained the former Crow's Nest boy. You've gotten the materials you need. You've learned some new spells. Were there more spell learning that you wanted to do, MrMouton?
Yeah. We got a few extra days here, so I'm gonna do this is for repel water. I want.
Before you make your roll, how many spells can you learn of any given level?
I don't remember. But
What's your spell
I don't.
count?
Oh wait,
It's a
that
lot.
should be on my sheet. 18 spells per level.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Now we're good right now. So this is the 3rd level spell. Repel water. 3d3 plus. I'm gonna go low.
Okay.
We're good.
Repel water.
Question on
days.
mechanics there. If you don't use up all your spell learnings for one level, do you keep them?
Yes. So there are different levels of spells, 1st through 9th, and he can know 18 spells of each spell level. So if he doesn't learn all 18 first level spells at any given time, it's fine. He just has those slots to open up. But once he's maxed out those slots, he's going to have a hard time learning any other first level spells. There are maybe some ways around that max, but then it becomes very expensive and very time consuming. We're talking like weeks or months of in-game, and plus having to furnish a library, which is going to cost you like tens of thousands of gold at the minimum, and yada, yada, yada. So it gets difficult.
No, cool, thanks.
And I'm also gonna do spider climb. I'm gonna go high on this one. Yeah, that works.
Isn't spider climb enchantment?
No, I don't. think
Alteration. Okay.
so. Yeah, alteration. 1d2.
All right.
Cool.
So
That's enough taste for me.
the day in the days leading up to when I'm going to get the copper wire, let's make a decision about where we're going to go. So I say, all right, guys, we need to decide. We're getting ready to leave. We're going to pick up the wire that we're getting tomorrow, and then after that we can head out. So our original plan was to head back down south, maybe check in on the goblins, see what's going down around there, maybe check out some of the other islands nearby. But also, Nilrim's informed me that for a new spell of his, he needs glass rods. Now, Wiley here can make them, but the equipment we need to find somewhere else. So we've been hatching up a plan. We could head back to Colrogia, where the dwarf was, and get some made there. And at the same time, once the deal's made, heist, like kill a guy or tie him up and steal the equipment from his own furnace. Now we could do that another day. We could go and check out the goblins now, come back and do that another time, or we could do that. So let's take a vote. What do you say, Nilrim?
Yeah, fuck the goblins. Let's just go and steal some shit.
All right, Archie.
Going and stealing some shit sounds awesome, but I'll go with the captain.
Okay, and Sail.
I agree. I think we've done enough with the goblins. We let them stew for a while. Plus, there might be a crafter to make the bone discs that I need.
All right, so back to Colrogia then. Now, remember, we did raise a little bit of trouble the last time we were there, and I looked to Sail and Archie. So likely there's still going to be posters. They're still going to be looking for us. So
Captain, it's fine. We didn't even tell them our real names.
yeah.
I'm gonna offer Archie a fist bump and say we beat that guy up.
Yeah.
But either way, they still have the posters, so we should be careful. So you know where the makeup is. I can help braid your hair. Those of you with long enough locks, and maybe
Archie won't touch his bald head.
change up your
realize.
outfits a little bit or something. Yeah, Archie, not much I can do with that. Even a man blessed with my skills in the hair department, not much I can do.
Because I feel like for Archie, one of the things that stands out is his size, right? Can Nilrim make me smaller?
I can make you smaller, but it's also going to incur penalties to hit and stuff.
And it's not for very long either.
Yeah.
Oh, true. It's for like 20 minutes or something.
It's 25 minutes right now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Maybe get you a hat.
Yeah, I'll wear a hat, I guess.
I'm a bandana. I'm sure we can find something.
No.
All right. So tomorrow I'll go and pick up the wire, and we'll leave the day after.
Great. Party
It
relaxes
is decided.
for a while. You've got a cook, so your food is coming along a little bit better. You've got, your merchant man isn't really helping you out with anything at this point in time, but having extra hands around the place is nice. There's some lumber, some chairs can be made, kind of crappy chairs, mostly benches at this point, but the base is coming along. There's furnishings, there's people, there's stories to tell, there's plenty of booze and plenty of food. And so far, no one has tried to escape or fight back or really get anywhere, because where are they going to go? You're on an island. They're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
So as time passes, the party finishes learning their spells, waits for the copper wire to be
We
done.
have some bits of wool in our base. If not, I'm gonna ask the captain when he's on the way. Can you get me 2 pounds of animal fat and some wool? I would like to cast a repel water on my spellbook.
Yeah, we can do that. Wool, animal fat, sure.
Yep.
All right, so the day that I go to pick up the wire, then Neil, I'll try and pick that up as well from the shop.
MrMouton, you do
Yes.
not need to. As you'll notice on the very front of your spell book, I've noted that inscribed on this book are runes of repel water already.
On my old one?
Oh, on your old one. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Never mind.
this is on my old one. The new one already has it, but I want to
Yeah.
get it on my old one.
Great.
Can I get that stuff from the shop?
Yes, you can get those things from the shop. Not a problem.
All right, cool. Yep, so pick up the wire. Obviously, I go back. This was a few days ago now, and drop off all the copper coins to Nightingale.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking 210,000. And I think that, didn't she say that the ship was 12,000 gold to begin with? And we already kind of paid some off.
It was
Yeah.
15,000 already, and you already
Okay,
paid some
right.
off.
All right, I give it 210,000 copper pieces.
Excellent.
Yeah. Cool. So Well, actually, I'm going to give some silver as well. I'm going to give. So what's that? 2,100 gold. So I'm going to give 9,000 silver as well to make it 3,000. So there's 9,000 left.
So you owe 9,000 now.
Yeah. Cool. All right, and then we can head back to find Starbuck in Wilmington.
Copper wire.
Yeah,
I'm putting
not...
on the ship spell on like the party sheet. Copper wire for Nilrim spell. I'm just gonna put 1. That means 1 casting. It's gonna be on the ship. And do we need this fishing gear on our ship? We don't need 6 of them, right?
Doesn't hurt. Right?
Well, the thing that we need to think about now is like when we put the ship in a bottle, we have to take all the shit off of our ship. So I'm gonna move. I'll keep 2 fishing gears on our ship.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna move the sulfur over to the at-home base. Fishing. Oh, please don't. Hold on.
Holding.
Fishing gear.
Oh, right. The party sheet tabs are shared. I clicked it
Yeah.
and it moved. Yeah, my bad.
Nope, you're good. Cool. How much food are we bringing with us on our ship?
Enough. How long's the journey now?
So a while ago, we said you guys had bought food. Like you just have a large quantity of supplies.
We had a year's worth of food.
For 4, yeah.
For
4
4
people. And some of that, I think, went into the base, so you could eat while you're in the base, and that's going to be eaten through at a slightly higher rate because there's more people there now. But you have plenty of food for now. Why don't one of these days we'll do I'll prepare some like ship resources for us to talk about, and we can do like a little ship resource segment. And for now, we'll just not worry about it.
Okay.
Great.
So remind me, we ended up leaving Starbuck and Wilmington on Colrogia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we left him with a donkey.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Right. Our party sets sail for Colrogia, for your former friends, for new supplies. However, it is autumn, and the autumn weather turns foul. The day you set out, the skies are a little dark and a little gray and a little, not so great. But they very quickly turn nasty as a storm ahead is brewing. The clouds above you grow dark. The winds pick up a little bit. They swarm from either direction, for all directions, and lightning breaks out as rain falls. You can still sail, but you're in this nice big open boat, and the problems of the Viking longboat model really come to the forefront here. There's a tarp in here that you can like tack to the sides and kind of hide yourself under, but as long as the tarp is above you, you can't properly get the rowers to spectrally row, and you can't really go anywhere. So it's either sail in the face of the storm, in the face of the wind and the salt and the lightning, or bunker down in your ship and wait out the storm. And what do you do? Are you the sort of people who will brave the elements, or are you the sort of people who are gonna play it safe?
Well, we got the best navigator in the world.
Right. Let's just tie ourselves down and let's fucking go.
Unless it's like completely untenable, and then we will stop. But
Right.
if it feels like this is a storm that a competent navigator could get us through, then we'll keep going.
It'll be a bitch to do, but you can do it. I want seamanship checks from everybody on the boat.
How's Seymour doing in this situation? Is he alright?
Yeah, he just stays kind of low and hides out underneath something that provides a little bit of shelter and keeps it real quiet. He just kind of curls up in the safest, warmest, driest place he can find.
This is where Nick fails his roll.
Never.
Oh, Captain.
Called.
Oh, come on.
Captain.
Yeah, but I mean, what am I really doing though,
True.
Wait, I get advantage because of Seymour then, no?
Absolutely not. I think what's happening is you're looking for Seymour at some point in time. Like, the monkey hasn't been seen in 8 hours, and everyone's beginning to wonder if, like, maybe he's been tossed overboard. When Captain John Winters makes his way down the ship in between the spectral rowers, looking underneath planks for Seymour, underneath the benches, lifting up tarps, moving around barrels. An errant wave sends you sailing, Captain. It launches you against the side of the boat, pulling you over to the edge, and I'm going to need you to make me a death saving throw to avoid being swept over the edge and into the ocean.
Keep in mind, I said that we were tied down.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh yeah, tying yourselves to the boat is great.
That it's cringe to tie yourself down. So.
It is cringe.
Okay.
It is, because the ropes can get tied around things. It can get caught around you awkwardly. You could end up in like a far worse situation if the rope like is around your waist and you're getting dragged by the boat backwards. It could be even more deadly than being untied. You will catch yourself on the side of the ship as the waves rock the boat and almost splash you over.
I'm like trying to walk through the boat, like going everywhere. Seymour, where are you, slippery little bastard? Where are you? Like looking under stuff, and then there's just a massive wave, and I just get flung way into the side of the boat. But
yeah,
don't overboard.
The rocking of the boat happens to synergize with when a wave hits, and so the whole thing gets tossed to the side. You end up catching onto one of the oar holes as your legs get swept over, but you can pull yourself back on and back into the boat. You're almost lost. And I'm also going to need a stability check for your ship. This is the first time we're dealing with stability checks on your boat. What is it?
The ship breaks, you all die. Nice.
What is the seaworthiness of your ship?
Fucking got him. Take that, players.
Right. Your ship has a 16 on its seaworthiness. So, somebody here, roll me a d20 plus 16, and you want to roll a 21 or higher.
Nick, go. You rolled
Me?
low. You're about to roll high. Yeah.
Okay.
You've been rolling low all day.
Easy win.
There you go.
No problem.
You can
Ship's
manage
doing
the
fine.
storm without too much problem. Captain almost gets swept overboard, but you make it through okay. The storm
Monkey's
blows
okay.
itself up. Monkey's okay. Yeah, he'd found a really good spot, like back underneath that. The ship kind of comes up on the front and the back side, and there's a little bit of planking there, so there's like a really dry, cool, dry spot back there for the monkey to hang on.
Nice.
Storm passes or you sail yourself out of it, or it blows itself out. It's hard to tell in the Dardanelles since everything is sort of one big swirling storm. Is this a storm that encompasses the entire Dardanelles all at once? Is this a localized storm? Is it a patch that moves? We're not sure yet. There's no way to know at this point in time. But you find you are out of it within a day and a half. And I will need a navigation check from our dear navigator to make sure we are not blown off course by the storm.
Easy.
Not a problem. You make your way back to Colrogia, storm or no storm, and find yourself approaching the island. You can see its crescent-shaped mountain range in the distance well before the town itself comes into view. What is the approach?
Well, I will ask the captain, do we want to use our new... How long do we want to be here? Do we want to use our new tactic of my ship? Keep in mind, each time we do cast this, it'll be 100 gold.
We need to get more copper wire each time.
We will need more copper wire each time it gets consumed. However, this would solve our problem of someone stealing our ship, someone seeing our ship, you know? We could dock kind of close by and then get rid of it, and the ship will be with us in a bottle.
And how quick can we make an escape if we need to?
Within, I think it was 5 minutes or something. 1d10 minutes.
100 gold pieces is a lot of money.
I nod.
Did we have any trouble on this island last time? We didn't, right? We were able to just
It took
park
us
our...
like days, I think, to cross it, but I don't remember. That might have been a different island.
Well, it's 100 gold to protect a ship worth 15,000 gold.
Does it mean we have to make significant money every time we set ashore to cover our costs, though?
Which we're planning to do here. We're going to be robbing the glassblower's shop, and I'll be able to open any chests that need opening.
What do you mean? I opened a chest, not him.
No one
Right?
wags his finger. I have knock now, Captain. Any chest that you can't open, I can open magically.
I suppose you still need me for climbing things, I guess. I laugh it off.
He'll laugh, and he knows that he learned spider climb, but he'll spare you on that for now.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
I'll pat Winters on the back and say, "Don't worry, Captain. You open hearts."
Oh, well, that bit's definitely true. All right, well, at least there's a case use. Let's do it. I'd like to see how this thing works anyway.
Where are we landing?
So we just need to land near the town, but away from prying eyes, Neil. What are these blue things on the dot on the side here?
Those are the salt mines, the little salt flats that get flooded and then dried out, and then the salt is harvested. So that means everywhere there's one of those blue dots, there's a bunch of towns or little villages and people living.
Yeah, so I think we need to come in then to the right side over here, and we'll walk along the flats, salt flats.
Well, I mean, honest to God, if we're coming all the way over here, then we might as well not even use the ship thing, right?
Well, it's more about being able to make a hasty retreat off the island from any point, right? Rather than have to make a 2-day trek
Oh, I guess
across.
that's true. Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, good. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we make land ho. No one will inform the party that this is going to take 1d4 hours, and basically we need to strip the ship of everything that's not like bolted down and on the ship model. So all of the food needs to be put away and kind of hidden. All of our materials that we don't want to bring with us need to be hidden. So if you want a quick escape, we will be leaving. We'll be leaving all that shit.
Well, what can't we carry with us? The fishing poles,
the fishing gear,
All the shit that's
probably
on the ship, essentially.
whatever's on the ship. Yeah.
Well, it's just fishing gear and food.
Fishing
Your
gear,
food,
food,
bed.
water. There's probably, some bedding stuff. There might be some lights or some torches that are stowed on the ship for potential uses.
Yeah. So look, the plan is we go back to the ship, but if for some reason we can't, it's not the end of the world if we have to leave behind a bit of food and some fishing rods.
Correct. Not this time, but imagine we're like 6 islands deep and we have thousands of gold, but we have the ship in our pocket, right? Then it's a big deal. But yes.
Yeah.
Just making sure. All right. We will start removing everything from the ship, and I'll roll a d4 for the hours. It takes us 1 hour to remove everything and fit the ship with the copper wire. And Nilrim will cast his spell, Nilrim Ship in a Bottle. And basically what'll happen is he's going to take his his glass bottle. He's going to put it into the sea next to the ship. And the ship is going to slowly shrink down and sail into the bottle, and then get a little bit bigger inside the bottle. And just sit there in like the ocean inside the bottle, if that makes sense. There's like water in there. No one picks it up.
I look dumbfounded as this happens.
And he will show his friends.
Archie's completely fucking baffled.
I always wondered how they got these things in the bottles, I said, looking at it. Amazing.
Now, if you break it, our ship, I think, is lost forever. Or it will just appear there. I'm not 100% sure what the answer is. But I don't want to find out. So he's going to put it in his...
Archie wants to inspect the bottle because he wants to see if there's tiny versions of us on the ship.
You trust
No
Archie
one
with your
will
bottle?
tell you there aren't tiny versions of us on the ship, and he'll apologize to you, but he doesn't trust your strong arms with the bottle. He doesn't want you to break it, because then we would lose everything.
Archie doesn't believe you, and he's also insulted.
He'll hold it, and he'll put it up close to your eye, and he'll let you look.
I'll stare at you through squinted eyes, still not trusting you, and I'll nod.
Norm will put it in his, I don't know, he's probably got a leather satchel or something.
Probably a good idea to wrap that up.
Yeah.
Some kind of cloth.
Yeah.
That's an impressive spell, Nilrim. Did you invent that yourself?
I did. Kind of a genius.
Don't let it go to your head.
I think it's too late for that sale.
Normal.
You might be right, Captain.
Norm will wrap it up in a tiny cloth, like his friend said, and put it in the best place that he thinks possible.
Archie will pull Sail aside and will ask, "Do you think your friend can do stuff like that? Can make you do stuff like that?"
Oh, he can do cooler stuff. I think I can make boats fall under the ocean.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I'm really waiting for our first chance that I get to use that ability. Have you been wearing the thing I made you?
Yeah, I've been wearing it every day.
Has
Looks
he
good
has
on
he
me,
t-
don't you think?
I think it suits you. Has he talked to you?
Neil, I haven't heard anything, have I?
No.
I haven't heard
No.
anything.
Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
Is this a secret conversation? Because I would like one as well if they are going. But
Oh,
if
with
it's-
me? Or they haven't? Or you mean?
No, no,
Oh, you
I
want
want like
that?
a Rohi charm, yeah. But it's all right. Don't I don't
I
impress the
think
issue.
that was a side conversation that you were not
Yeah.
part of,
Yeah.
unfortunately. The
Idiot.
party will walk along the salt
I lead
flats,
the way.
past
Yeah.
the dwarves and the other wee folk of the area, on the way back to Colrogia.
Okay, wait. Before we get into the town, I check everyone's disguises. Make sure that they're okay.
Yes. We are properly disguised.
I got my Barchi tattoo. I got my bandana. What else do you need?
Me, Archie? No. My name's Barchi.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Never heard of it.
They don't even rhyme.
Yeah. What are you trying to say? I know I'm insulted.
Okay. Everyone roll me a d20. Whoever rolls the lowest gets to make the charisma check for the party. You guys have barely been to this island. It's not the same as Flotsam Island, so I was only going to ask for one charisma check from one person to see if anyone recognizes you from the posters, from the
I mean,
paintings, from
hang
the
on.
stories.
I feel like I'm the face of the party. I'm helping with their disguises. I feel like I should get to make the charisma check. Oh no, wait, but it's low charisma we want. I take it
Yeah,
back.
you want to fail the charisma
Ah,
check.
logic makes no sense. Ignore me.
But you're right. You know, maybe the captain should make the check for the party. So it looks
roll
like,
a d20.
well, he rolled a 19 on his d20.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, MrMouton, give us a charisma check.
You know,
It's
not
not going to
bad.
happen right away. You barely passed it. It'll take a little while, but at some point in this town, someone's going to recognize you.
they're
You
gonna
just
get magic
know it.
missiled.
So the party makes their way alongside the little salt flats, past the trees and little road, the dwarves on donkeys, people hard working out there with the sweat of their brow. And by the end of the day, you'll make it back into Colrogia proper, back to the downtown section. The big crescent mountains behind you, the fields behind you. You can hear the sounds of dwarven cursing back and forth. And by following the smoke rising from chimneys, you can sort out where the glass foundries are.
Yeah, well, we want to go to Wilmington's house, but I think, you know, in the interest of not being found, I think it makes sense for us to not all be walking around as a group of four. But for the sense of, like, you know, RPing, don't want to just do everything myself. But I think we just, like, maybe when we're walking through the streets, you know, don't all walk next to each other, basically.
Okay.
Because the one post is like for 4 people, right? And we all look vaguely like it. It's like, oh, they don't look exactly like, but if they all look sort of vaguely similar and it's a group of 4, I think people are going to get suspicious. It's better to just not be seen in the group if we can avoid it.
Right. Run from the little wee folk, 0th level fighters of this town. Hide.
Yeah.
Be afraid of the White Prince. That's
Yeah,
exactly
make us
what I
scared.
want from you.
Oh, yeah, I'm scared, yeah. But anyway, I end up in front of Wilmington's house and confidently knock on the door.
Wait, why are we going there and not just to the glass place?
Because I'm going to ask him who the best guy to...
You're gonna ask
Screw
the
over.
guy who we threatened to kill. Well, no. Nilram would stop you before you even got there.
Okay.
You're gonna ask the guy we threatened to kill, who we're not on good terms with,
I
who the
believe
best
we left.
glassblower is.
I thought we left on pretty good terms.
Captain, I threatened to kill this entire town for the magical items. We are not on good terms with them. They hate us. Now, you will make the final call, but this is asinine and crazy to want to go back there and talk to him.
You know, I don't know. I felt like we were getting on okay. What do you guys think? Do you feel like we left this guy on good terms, or am I off the mark here?
Well, what did we do again? We dragged him out into the desert and made him ride a donkey to go home. Both?
Yeah, well, we almost killed one of them, but we did nurse him back to health at the same time.
And then
Yeah,
we stole
you
all
guys-
of their magical items.
That's true. Unless we're bringing like some sick ass gift for them, they're not happy with us.
Captain,
All
this
right,
is
fine.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just ask on the street.
All right, okay, fine. Let's go to the glass area or whatever.
Sure, you can come to one of many glass forges around here. They all seem
Yeah.
more or less the same to you. You know, one seems to be This one seems to have a woman's name on the front banner. This one has a man's name on the front banner. That one looks like it's operated by humans. You know, that one over there seems to something. They all got a little thing about them.
Human
Dwarves would
male,
probably-
please.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, that's fine actually.
I feel like a female is more like to have guards. Maybe the guy thinks he's tough and he won't have any guards, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
Exploit the overconfident men. I got you.
I like that.
Right.
That's genius.
Sure enough, you can come to one of these little glass foundries over here. The front of it is nice and open. It's a long rectangular building, and you can see stonework on the ground with sand laid down on it. There's a big furnaces in the back, and there's a group of people near one of them. Someone working a set of bellows, someone else standing near the door with big, thick, heavy gloves, a third person with a long metal pipe just sort of waiting. They see you coming, and they give you the, give us 2 minutes symbol. They yoink something out of the big old furnace, twist it, turn it, blow through the large pipe, and slowly a great vase is formed. Another person grabs out some glass from a different kiln with some tongs and makes a design along it, and it takes, not 2 minutes, but closer to 15 minutes before they're done, and they set the work down. A nice glass vase with a water line all the way around it, and a couple little fishies on the sides that the other workers are still applying as the lead forager comes to you.
I've been leveling up appraising. Can I do an appraising check to see if I think this is super fine work? If he's doing a good job?
Give me an appraisal check.
Well, no idea.
Glass is just really not that common. This is a weak area of yours altogether.
True.
Yeah. Anyway, the man comes on over and he says, "Welcome to Robbie's Glass Shop. I
Hi
can
there.
blow you if you need."
Nice to meet you, Robbie. A bit forward.
It's an old glass blower's joke. It's fine. Don't worry
Oh.
about it. No one ever
Hilarious,
laughs, but
yeah.
I keep using it.
Listen, I got a custom request here. My pockets are full.
Are we all here? Or
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you're
think
all
so.
vaguely
Yeah.
around.
Sorry. All right.
My pockets are full, and my gold is shiny. Perhaps I look over my shoulder. Perhaps we could talk in private.
Is this not private enough for you? It's just you and, your friends.
Captain,
You
are you
know.
gonna get him to blow you? Or are you gonna take him up as his offer?
Wow, we can all come. Depends how good he is, I suppose. No, I mean away from the streets. It's a sensitive matter.
All right. He waves you in and walks carefully around one of these big stone, almost like sandboxes. So you're well within the confines of the foundry. Maybe
Hey, I'm gonna
20 feet from the street.
I take, I fall back a little bit to whisper to the party and say, all right, I'm going to tell him that we're not on good terms with the White Prince. I might even tell him that you're a wizard. I kind of want these guys to be committed to the job here so they don't go to the guards once this is all over. What do you think?
Sure, but I don't think this is gonna go well. And when he tries to call for the guards, I'm going to magic missile him. Is that fair?
That's fair. If it all goes wrong, we'll be in and out here in a day. We might be down 10 glass rods, but at least we'll have the stuff we need.
Hang on a moment. Why are we telling him this?
Because once this is all over, if any survivors, we don't want them to go to the guards, right? He's been making components for wizards. He's going to be cautious about going to the guards about that.
I'll whisper to you. Our captain's crazy. Just let him go.
Okay, we need an escape plan.
We have an escape plan. I tap my pouch with the ship inside.
I'll say okay, Captain. If you think so.
And not. Thanks. All right. I confidently walk back forward to catch up with the guy. So what were you saying this place is? This one's for doing what? I point to one of the tools or something that he's got on the side.
These are
That's for shaping. That's for blowing.
something like that. Close enough. I assume you've got some business, though. You want to discuss
I
something
do.
sensitive?
Yeah. We're looking to get some glass rods made. And I give him a wink.
Glass rods, huh? What sort of glass rods? Curtain rods?
You know, about yay
Yorm will
big.
step up and show him the exact
Yeah.
dimensions.
He looks at.
And look him right in the eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he makes eye contact with you. You stare right back at him. It transpires fairly quickly what's happening.
I say to him, you made these before? Perhaps for the guards.
I've seen them before.
So you understand the need for privacy here.
They're on a list of things that we should report if anyone wants to buy them.
I thought that might be the case, but I heard from good sources that you're a man keeps his ear to the ground and his mouth shut.
Especially if there's enough coin in it.
Exactly, like I said, my pockets are full. My coins are shiny.
Most of the Dardennes tends to abide by the rules set forth, but out here on the rim, we see the White Prince's ships only as often as they come by to pick up salt reserves.
Times are changing, my friend. Some islands down in the south, overrun by goblins, the White Prince didn't even help them. Takes his taxes quick enough, doesn't he?
You were the folks that caused that ruckus a couple weeks back? Maybe a month or two ago now?
I nod.
What ruckus was that?
All the bells were blowing, whistles were going, dogs were barking.
There's a
chasing through the night.
misunderstanding. Misunderstanding with the dwarf. You know what they're like.
He does
Say
know
one
what they're
thing, make a little short joke here or there, things get out of hand. Short-tempered. I look around and make sure there's no dwarfs in the crew here.
There are. It's run by
Yeah.
a human, but he's got some dwarven assistants.
I'm sorry, it's just a joke. The Jeremy
Okay.
Clarkson defense.
It didn't sound like you were joking, Captain.
Yeah, I can make you your glass rods. As long as I'm not seeing you around this town anymore. I'm not going to be making you things and have, I don't know, stones fall from the sky and destroy my hometown, right? This is a...
I'm done,
Understand.
trust me. Once this deal's done, you won't see us again.
All right. He nods.
How
All right.
long?
All right.
I need like maybe 10. I could do, given the circumstances, 50 gold.
For 10?
Yeah.
Thinks to himself.
Since Nilram knows what we're doing, Nilram would be like, Captain, just do it 100 gold. The man obviously needs to be paid well for his time.
I could import them from the Central Rim for that. I'm not paying 100 gold.
Yeah, but if you import them from the Central Rim, someone's going to be asking questions. Shipping glass rods out to the Outer Ring, where pirates are?
Not with my contacts. Trust me, I already got an offer for 90 gold. I know they're 30 in the open market. I'm sure that's what you charge the White Prince. I can do 50.
You know, I'm going to have to do this work by myself. I'm going to have to send my crew elsewhere. It'll be a lot of work. Now you're here. If you want to import them from the Midlands, if you can get a better price, then go for it. Wait your month or two. I could
I'll
make
get
one
a
of these
better
glass
price.
rods in 4 or 5 hours. I could do 2 a day. I could get you your 10 in 5 days. You want to import them? Well, you'll be sitting around wondering when your ship's going to come in. Is it coming in? Did it sink? Did it
100
get attacked by
gold?
pirates?
For how about 3 days, Captain?
What are you asking for here? I said 50. What do you want? Don't
I
listen
want
to him.
100, like your wise man over here said.
This guy here, he doesn't understand the value of money, all right? He's got a book somewhere.
None.
He seems
It's
to be the
custom.
one for whom these rods are needed. Sounds like he knows best their prices.
I give Nilram a look over my shoulder and I say, all right, well, fine. 80 gold. But I'm paying half now and half when it's delivered.
All right, let's give this guy a morale check.
Are we robbing these guys?
Yeah. But it needs to make it look realistic.
Yeah, true. Okay, that's fine.
He holds his ground real firm. Like he's like, if I gotta send my crew away and make excuses and deal with pirates, 100 gold. I don't get out of bed for that for you all.
You drive a hard bargain, my friend. All right. 40 gold now, 60 on delivery, and I want it delivered at night here.
All right. Can do 2 a day.
Just you.
Meet me back here in 5 days. Nighttime.
That's it. All right. I reach into my pockets and give this guy 40 gold.
I'll take the 40 gold and shake your hand. Deal's a deal.
All right. I'll see you in 5 days.
Alrighty. He heads back to the rest of his crew. They ask him some questions. He like brushes them away and tosses the money on a table, and goes back to the first thing he was working on. And you guys can walk out into the town and kill 5 days here in town?
All right, I mean, I guess we haven't been noticed so far, right? So I
Not
feel
yet.
confident in saying, all right, well, we got to waste some time. Looks like our disguises are working. Maybe we should have some R&R, you know?
Well, Captain, I was thinking maybe there is a way we can contact, I think it was Wilmington, was it?
Yeah, the dwarf, yeah.
We could send him a note to meet us in a pub that we're not in and see if he sends the guards down on top of our heads.
Good idea.
like
Archie
it,
will
Sam.
suddenly break out in insane laughter. I'll blow you.
That's a good idea, Sale. All right. Can we find a couple of taverns near each other, Neil?
Yeah, you can
Like where
find
we-
a
perhaps we could
corner
see
where there are
one.
2 taverns across the street from one another.
All right, so we go and find a tavern to sit in and have a drink, but I'm going to write a little note for Wilmington. And as I'm writing it, I wonder out loud to Sale. Thing is, though, if he does send the guards on us, he might get the wrong tavern, but they're going to at least know we're here. Remember when they were
That's
searching
true.
house to house? Maybe it's best we just keep a low profile. Although, remember what Wilmington and Starbucks said last time? Their dealings aren't exactly the right side of the law either. I doubt he's going to get the guards involved.
It's true.
I think you should
we
try
might
it.
should-
We got anything to
Especially-
offer this guy? Sorry, Sal, go ahead.
I mean, we're here for 5 days. Say if they need to help with a heist or something, or some small matter that we could do.
Okay. I'm going to write him a little note, Neil.
Who were a little note?
Yeah. I'm going to write Wilmington a little note.
hmm
I'm just going to write...
Hey, buddy.
what's the name of the cat again? No, I just need to just... Mamushi. So I write on the note. I trust that Mamushi as well. If the weather's warm, be good to catch up. In town for a few days. Yours truly, Captain.
Okay.
And that night, after we're finished at the tavern, I'll go and slide it under his door.
Well, you're at the table writing this note when who should walk into the tavern other than Lord Wilmington and 3 of his comrades? And they walk in and kind of like walk right past your table and head over to the bar and have a plop down as you're mid jotting the note. Your
I
beers
think
come and
Norm
get
would
served.
give him a wave. Norm would just wave at him, I think.
He gives you a what's up look and goes back to his thing
Oh,
at the
good.
bar. And then maybe 10, 15 minutes later, once they're settled, Wilmington makes his way over to your table. Sort of casual, strolling, not a big deal. He plops his hands down on your table, just, comes up to his chest height or something and leans in and goes, well, 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 if the boys aren't back in town,
Good to see you again, Wilmington.
wish
Trust
I
that
could
the
say the
cat's well.
same.
My captain was just writing a love note to you.
Yeah.
Well,
Forget about
stroke
that, though.
my
I
beard
scrunch
and
up.
call me a minor.
How's Starbuck?
None of your business. What's your business,
well.
though? What are you in
You know, we're
town
just-
for? Are you here to burn my house down? You gonna
No,
kick me
no,
in the
we've got no-
balls?
I've got no business with you, Wilmington. You're a good lad. Listen, I feel awful terrible about what happened last time.
He looks over at Archie and Sale, who haven't said anything yet, and gives them a slight nod.
It's a
I
messy
love
business.
dwarves. Dwarves just
You-
get it, Captain. You see?
They get it. And, we're going to be in town for a few days, Wilmington. Keeping a low profile, of course. But, I'm looking to make amends. So if there is anything you need while we're out here, we've got some time to kill. You let us know. We'll be in here.
Well, let me just tell you that amends, without you understanding, have already been half made. That
They have.
that stunt you pulled, pulling all the soldiers out from the port, having them search the whole island looking for the pirates. It left so very few people on their assault ship out there It's an easy target.
You didn't carry out without us, did you?
Of course.
I give Norm a look. Gods be damned. How much did you make?
Easy mark. Well, it appears Starbucks dwarven ain't so good. He heard 10 tons of salt, 100 tons of salt. You know, because in dwarven you
lying.
say, you announce each 0 at the end of the number. So sucker just
Right.
missed his numbers.
Well, I was going to buy you a drink, Wilmington, but seems like maybe you owe us one.
He rubs his jaw. You still beat the shit out of me. He rubs his chest, and I feel like I had many holes all the way through my body.
Keep in mind, we can do that again.
Hey,
Wait.
No, Rim. There's no need for that. You know what old friends are like, Wilmington. Get a disagreement about a girl or about some coins. Things come to blows. Can sit and have a drink together afterwards. Make up. That's just what it is to be men or dwarves.
He shuffles around in his pockets and pulls out like a full bag of money. And so just sets this down on your table with like a clink. Listen here, lads. I'm gonna buy something off of you. I'm gonna buy your lives right now. This money here, this money is me showing you we don't have a problem, and I'm not gonna come after you. This money is you saying you don't have a problem with me. We're gonna go our separate ways. Water under the bridge, we're not gonna have a problem. He points at Nilram. You're not gonna threaten my life anymore. This money here buys all of our happiness and all of our silence on all of our things.
I take the bag and take a little look inside.
That glitters with golden coins.
Are we talking like hundreds?
No, a bag
Dozens?
can contain
Like
up to
50.
50. Yeah,
50 gold. Okay.
up to 50, yeah.
They close the bag and say, "You know what, Wilmington? I ain't got any problem with you at all. Nice doing business with you."
Good,
I know.
good.
I'll
You
offer a
run your
handshake.
stuff, I run my stuff. We keep our business separate.
Perfect. All right. Well, enjoy your night.
He gives you a wave, heads back to the bar with his other companions, flops down, and continues to drink. You can add 48 gold to your batch. He had already pulled out a few to pay for some drinks.
Absolutely. Amazing. Okay.
I'll talk to the captain. Well, captain, if it was 100
Yes.
tons, surely. Well, we gave him our word. Never mind. I changed my mind.
Let sleeping dogs lie, Norm. I think we've done good out of this. I thought we were going to have to pay him, not the other way around.
No, it was good. Yeah.
Cheers. All right. Well, drinks are on Wilmington. And I'll go to the bar and, we'll get smashed.
Okay. How are you guys just gonna kill it in town for a few days?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
All right.
I'll play Knuckles with Archie. Invite him. See how.
Oh my
bad
god,
he's-
that's not a game I would want to play against Archie.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that game Slaps when you were a kid in school? So it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
You have
Like
to put your hands out
quarters.
like that and you have to...
I'll invite Archie if he's up for it.
How does one play Knuckles for our uninformed viewers?
It's when you're drunk and you hold out your hand like this, and the other person uses their knuckles to hit your knuckles as hard as they can, and the first person to quit loses.
That's a terrible game to play with Archie. What are you doing?
Archie.
We played it as kids, so
Okay.
Need
Yeah,
your hands, dude.
Did you have any friends that were like 6'6" and built like a brick shithouse?
All right, you guys can play your Knuckles here.
I want strength and con checks.
Yeah, strength checks for how hard you. So the person who hits makes a strength check. The person who is being hit makes the con check.
Hell yeah.
And the con check must outperform the strength check, else you fail.
No. Every one above 21 on the strength check should be a negative on the con check.
It's the same
That the
thing.
other person has to make. Okay, I guess it is, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Wait, is Archie down to play? Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Is Archie down
That's
to hit
it.
something? I don't know.
Yeah.
So Archie, give me a strength check. You're opening.
Oh dear.
Absolutely.
And Sale, give me the con check.
He's holding back. He's holding back.
Oh my god.
So Archie's like, wham, right into your fist, and just like almost breaks. You know, the pain shoots all the way up your arm. You can't help but drop to your forearm on the table. Your eyes are clearly watering. It's over in 1 round.
Well, that was a short game.
I'm gonna cry a little bit in pain.
I'll pet your head.
Say, Jesus, Archie, I knew you were strong, but I didn't know you were like break my hand in 1 hit strong.
Sail.
I
Do you not remember when you just beat a dinosaur to death last week?
I'll like hold up my drink and be like, it's a good point. It's a good point. I might be drunk right now.
You might be.
Are we in the Noble Tavern, the fancy one?
No, this was just a regular old street tavern where that you wanted 2 that were next to each other. So here it
Yeah,
is.
it's fun.
Low Dirty Dives.
Cool.
Great. And you guys can just kick it in town. Now, knowing you 4 characters, I feel like there is some sort of stay out of trouble role that needs to be made. Because y'all tend to just get yourselves into trouble in some
Cause
way, shape, or
problems, yeah.
form. So can I get a wisdom willpower check from everyone in the party? See how well you can keep a low profile.
Oh, God.
Mr.
Well,
Moon rolls a
that
natural
one-
1,
He'd be the one.
and Archie also fails. So, Sail.
I'll do what I was gonna do if you're cool with it.
Oh.
Nilram gets up. He's gonna mosey on over to the Noble Tavern. Yeah, can you get in?
You arrive at the fancy, noble-looking tavern. The bouncer outside regards you coolly. Takes a look at your clothing. Tell me how you're dressed, Mr. Mooton, because you were at that
Nilram's in
storm
like a
at
pretty
sea.
decent robe, I would assume. That's kind of what he wears. Is like a nice, sadly orange robe because it's what his character has on. But he also wears a very nice sombrero from
Right.
the Bard.
But you
who
were
he-
just in a storm yesterday, and then you spent all day today walking, like, 20
was that yesterday? I
miles
thought
through
it
the
was a few days ago.
dust. Maybe it was like a day or 2 ago, but
Day
your
or two
clothes
ago.
were like very recently wetted and only dried on you, so they're like wrinkled. And then you're also dusty from the road that you walked from where you parked the ship back into town.
Nilram's looking a little dusty.
Yeah, so I think the bouncer looks you up and down and points a thumb behind him and says, "Servant's entrance is round back if you're here to make a delivery."
Nilram will pull a bag of coins off of his hip, show it's glinting with just gold. 50.
If you're here to pay a debt, you can pay it around back, he says, holding firm about the classist nature of this building.
This reminds me so much of a couple of weeks ago when I was out in town with some friends and I couldn't get into a bar because I was wearing sweatpants.
Really?
Oh, buddy.
And I offered the guy like $50 and he still sent me away.
Nilram will pull out he'll pull out 5 gold. And he'll put it in the guy's hand and say, "Please, sir, I'm very thirsty today."
Thank you. There is a well in town next to the fountain over yonder.
How does Magic Missile, how does it look to onlookers or to, is it like a big casting? It's verbal and somatic.
Has
And
a
it's a
casting
one
time
casting
of
time.
1. So it's
should be
pretty
quick.
fucking short, but it is
Yeah.
still long enough that you can be interrupted, that there's opportunities for people to mess with you, especially when you're at like face-to-face range. If he understands that you're about to cast a spell, he could easily interrupt it. We would just roll d10s. You'd roll a d10 plus 1. He'd roll a d10
I would want a
plus
surprise
2.
check as well, right?
He would
him?
have to know that you were casting a spell.
Okay,
But I
well,
think
I rolled a
spellcasting is
1.
sort of...
I rolled a 1 on my wisdom check. I feel like this is, Nilram just got jacked 5 gold, and this guy's really pissing him off, so there you go.
Initiative 9. Let me see. How likely is this guy to realize that someone might be casting a spell, or think that maybe someone's trying to fake a spell, right? someone shows up, some dirty looking guy in orange robes covered with dust, and he's like, starts acting like he's casting a spell. It's probably just some kid dicking around.
Probably just
On the
some
other
crazy
hand,
guy.
on the other hand, there were some pirates here a month ago, and they did cast spells. Right, there were holes found in people's bodies that were magically oriented, and there have been spellcasting pirates around. I don't know. We're gonna leave this up to a die roll for whether or not he takes your spellcasting seriously. He does not take your spellcasting seriously. So you step back and you start like waving your hands and speaking the words, and he gives you the plain dead eyes of like, yes, child, you're doing things, but I'm not really acknowledging your existence.
Yeah.
Woo! And you poke 3 holes in his body.
Well, I don't think it actually does holes of like blood. It's just force damage, so it should just be like boom, 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 like you got punched really hard. I would assume.
I
But do you
think
think
they're
it-
like actual like darts.
They're
Like
actual?
not, well, maybe
Okay.
not physical darts, but like they are. It is force magic. It rips into your body.
Okay.
And so he like falls backwards against the banister and slumps down, blood leaking from his mouth as he like coughs up his last few breaths, and then lays still.
No one will take his gold and walk inside.
You know you've only got a few minutes in here until someone notices. It's the Noble Tavern, so there's a lot less foot traffic coming in. Maybe you got 10 minutes. Maybe you got like an hour. Maybe it's only 2 minutes. But at some point, someone's going to see the dead guy outside.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
fine.
come in.
No one didn't do it.
Yeah, it's a nice tavern. Everyone is like wearing really good clothes. People are in like tuxedos or ball gowns. They've got like the ladies have nice white gloves on with lace around the collar, or not collar, the entry point of the glove, whatever it's called. A bartender walks over with a silver platter in one hand and a couple drinks on it, gives you an up and down look, but you're in here, so you must belong. What can I get you for you, my lord?
One of your stouts, please. Dwarven, preferably.
Of course, sir.
And where's
He,
your bathroom?
He whirls and points to the far end of the bar. There's like a little door over there.
Cool. Basically, what Nolan's planning on doing is he knows that this is probably going to end poorly. So he's going to drink his drink. Then he's going to go to the bathroom and he's going to cast Rope Trick. And he's just going to go up in there for a little bit.
Bathroom is small, right? It's like an outhouse it's like a non-handicap accessible outhouse that you might find. So it's
Yeah.
really just got room to step in, and like there's a little toilet. It drops down to the lower floor below. There's a bit of a stench coming up from it, and there's not much room in here. So you can cast Rope Trick, but you'd be directly above the toilet. So if anyone sits and looks up, they would look up into your portable
And they
hole.
actually see into the portable hole? I think
It's a
you could close it.
two-way direction. I don't think is there a closing? Maybe.
Well, I just didn't think people could like look up and see it. Because then
Yeah,
it
there's
kind
a
of becomes...
window. The rope can be taken to extra-dimensional space if you're the 8 persons have climbed in it. Otherwise, it simply hangs in the air. Spells cannot be cast across it. Those in the extra-dimensional space can see out as if there was a 3x5 window centered on the rope. Ooh, is it a one-way
That makes it
viewing
seem
portal?
like it's a one-way, right? Those inside. Because otherwise, it's,
I do believe it is a one-way viewing portal. Okay.
That's what we're going to do then.
Yeah. So you
He'll finish his
crouch.
drink, he'll put, gold on the table and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
He'll wait. Does he hear any ruckus, commotion? Wait like 5 minutes and then he'll cast it if he doesn't hear anything.
Yeah, you're in the bathroom. 5 minutes passes. Nothing goes down.
I go up.
You go up in the rope trick. Maybe like 15 minutes later, there comes like a knocking at the door.
I would have left the door open, so I wouldn't have locked it behind me, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a
So
knock
somebody can just come in, yeah.
and a knock and a third knock, and then the door opens and someone looks around, and a middle-aged woman of fancy quality strides into the room, and one of her friends comes in to help her like undo the extensive bindings that like hold her dress on, and then the friend steps out for a moment.
Keys.
woman.
Sorry, not keys. Rings. Does she have noble pieces of jewelry on her?
Oh yeah, she's got these
Um,
like fancy earrings that dangle down. She's got like a couple of rings on each finger. She's got a little like a hairpin that seems to be made out of gold or some sort of brass that has like a monkey's face on it and 2 little gemstones for eyes. She's got all sorts of fancy gear on her.
Okay, hear me out. Do I think that I could unenlarge someone by 50%, and would they fit down the poop hole or no?
What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
If you
I'm
reduce
just
someone by
questioning.
50%, it would be an easy task to shove them down the poop hole, down a full floor, down into the latrine area dug into the ground. It's maybe like a 15-foot drop-ish, maybe more,
that'd be a
into a
D6.
pile of poo.
No one's gonna notice the smell either. That's great.
Okay. Now I need to know. I will be able to go back in my portable hole, correct?
Oh, it stays, yeah.
Okay, Nilrim. This is quick because enlarge is a casting time of
You
1
can't
second.
cast spells
No one-
across the distance, though.
That's
you have
correct.
to
He
be
can-
outside.
He can like. You should be able to reach out, right?
You want to reach out and touch her?
Yeah.
So here's the thing: you
Let's
need to
start
be,
running this, yeah.
you need to cast the spell. It can't be cast across the extra dimensional space.
So Nilrim would
y-
need his head out.
At the very, the magic flows through your whole body. You are the instrument of magic. I think you must be fully outside, probably, to get this across.
Okay.
The magic comes, it boils in your blood. You
I'll
are
handle
a
that.
semi-magical being. You need to be on the outside.
Nilrim
You
pulls it
can't
as. Now I rolled a
beat
1,
all the way to death.
and Nilrim is just crazy. Okay, I'm sorry. This should be fine. Nilrim jumps out with the dagger in his hand, and he puts it immediately to the lady's throat. He should know exactly where she is because he sees her.
Yeah, you're
Dagger
looking
in
at
hand,
her.
And he puts hand over as well, her mouth.
There's 2 of them though, right?
No, the
One
one helps.
stepped out.
There's
Right,
not
she
enough
left,
room in
okay.
here for both people to coexist, but they helped with the fastenings.
Yep.
So you're gonna drop out of the portable hole, like onto her while she's sitting,
Yeah,
and like cover
hand
the
over
mouth with
mouth.
dagger to the throat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need from you someone that's not MrMouton. Tell me what he needs to do. What sort of check is appropriate to get into this position seamlessly? Archie, Sale, what do you think?
Intelligent.
Yeah, you need to
Yes,
think
man.
This is the terrible.
You guys are the
terrible thing to
worst.
do.
I would say, what do you think? Int Dex, both?
I say
Um,
an attack roll with surprise and back attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That could
Okay.
seemed
well.
like
All
the
right,
best,
give me an
so-
attack roll. Her AC is normally 10 under the conditions of surprise, and you're dropping down on her. You'll have a +4 to hit. So roll me a 6 or better.
He's going to be
as an
using the
attack
guard's
roll.
dagger. It is his lucky weapon.
Oh, that is exactly the number you needed. Exactly the number.
Hey, he's a
You-
level 5 wizard. He must have Thaco.
He drops down onto her. It doesn't matter for right now. We'll worry about it
I
later.
haven't updated it.
You land on the woman, like straddling her as she straddles the seat. Your left hand over her mouth, your right hand a dagger to her throat. Her eyes go wide. She tries to let her to scream, but you can like push her back
Yeah.
against the wall and muffle
I'm gonna
the
whisper.
sound.
If you don't want to die, take off your jewelry, take off your gems, put them next to the privy, and everything will be okay.
She immediately complies. There's a bit of like shrieking and a little bit of a struggle, but then the hands go to the earrings and then she just like drops them to the ground. She strips off the gloves very quickly, drops them to the ground, pulls out the hairpin, drops it to the ground. Her eyes are wide with fear and terror.
Nilrim will whisper to her, "Don't tell my captain, but I broke a promise," and he'll slit her throat, reduce her size, and send her down the privy.
All right.
Jesus.
We're gonna roll her HP over here. A fancy noble lady who has never really done a day of work in her life. She'd only have D6 hit points.
Okay.
She's only got 2. Is this a +1? No, this is a regular dagger.
Thankfully, it's a regular dagger. I would argue that I think that it's compromising enough that I thought this would be an insta-kill.
It's probably with 2 HP. It's probably not going to. There's a.
Because he has her fully complying. It's to the throat.
Yeah, no, there's a ruling in here when you have your opponent covered.
I might get pluses because I'm level 5 wizard. I didn't know that wizards got that. Can we check, Nick?
You get a +1.
Oh,
I think it's
well, +1 to hit and damage?
No, just to hit.
Oh.
I think if you're covering with melee, it's +2 to hit and crit on 16. I think you gave us it in handouts.
Oh, that sounds super. Yeah. As with bows and crossbows. Covering character automatically wins initiative against her target and attack in the very fast phase, or doesn't matter. You get a +2 hit and the crit drops to 16. So make me an attack roll at +2 on top of your normal bonuses, and you crit on 16s or higher if you clear by 5. So a regular.
Oh.
Yeah. So you say these things, and she tries to like shove you off of her. Her 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna do the 1 damage because you get the 2 for cover, and her AC is super low at the moment. So you will still do the damage, but the dagger goes across her throat just as her hand pushes against the blade, and you end up slicing her throat a little bit and her hands a whole lot bit.
Initiative?
And yeah, we can roll initiative, but there will be a blood-curdling scream that comes out in the process.
There's no chance to get her before that?
Yeah, because it's, she pushes against you, and it's it's okay. The door's
locked.
The door's locked. Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
She gets a 10. You get a 6. And I don't think you cannot. I mean, you'd have to roll really badly again. Yeah, she's done. She's done. The jewelry's on the floor. Very quickly, tap, tap, tap comes across the room, and a knock at the bathroom door. Milady, are you okay? Milady? Milady?
Nilrim will do.
Lady Seltzer, are you okay?
Yes, hold on. Nilrim will do his
Nilrim's
best.
You've got to do.
He will do his best female voice.
Moon's
And he
got
will
to do his
say,
best female voice.
I will.
Yep.
He'll say, "Spider," and then he will cast reduce on her.
Mm-hmm. She
Which was a
slips
3
into the
initiative.
toilet,
He will
legs folding
grab
backwards.
the gems, put them in his bag, and up the rope trick. Or he'll, just go. I'm trying to think if he would unlock the door and then go up the rope trick. No, I don't think he would. Yeah, he's just gonna go up the rope trick and hope that we have time. So we'll see.
Very soon, the pounding on the door becomes a little more forceful, and some muffled words from outside, and soon the door opens. The bartender must have brought the spare key, or, found some way to unlock the latch. And stepping into the room as a tall, handsome man with dainty fingers and elegant shoes, and he looks all around. And Lady Seltzer is nowhere to be found. There are gasps. Someone goes to the window and throws it open. There's like a little tiny window up high to kind of help vent things, and pokes his head out there, whirls back to the other people. The whole bar is up in commotion. So this woman has come in here and gone missing. And then there's another scream from outside. Someone's found the body. Across town. At the other tavern.
Sure,
the
it's
other-
nice to just be relaxing.
Remember,
No
we
trouble.
also failed to pass our charisma checks before all shit started.
Mm-hmm. Archie,
Yeah.
at some point in the 5 days, you are also going to fail to keep your cool. I don't know if that's tonight or another night, but it's going to happen. What is going down at the bar after Nilrim leaves?
I feel like me and Sale are just we were drunk as fuck. We're playing Knuckles, and I think maybe Archie just after Sale hurt his hand really badly. He said very loudly, like, "That's why they call me the Crimson Fist."
Oh my god.
I think I spit a bit of my drink out. I'm like leaning back on my chair. I spit, like fall forward on the chair, like look at him wide-eyed, and then like look around the bar.
Eyes have
Anyone
turned to the group.
surprises.
Many
no
people
idea
are
what I
staring in
just
your
did.
direction.
That is not funny, Barchi. Absolutely not funny at all.
Sit down, you fool, you're drunk.
Where's Nilrim?
You notice that one of the customers or a group of customers like kind of nod in your direction and nudge each other and whisper for a moment and then get up, leaving their half-finished pints on the table and leave the bar.
There we go. I give Archie a disapproving look and neck my pint and stand up and follow the guy out. Like a few
I like how you
minutes
finish the pint first.
Yeah, like I don't know, like 20 seconds after. If I can take a different exit out of the pub, I will.
Yeah. Give me a con check to see if you can neck it quickly or if it's sort of like foams in your mouth and takes a moment.
Oh, I drink it.
Yeah. You do it. You can get it down in one gulp, but it's sort of like a gulp.
Yeah.
Okay, God.
Wow. Nobody finishes pints like he does. Captain John Winters, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll like start clapping and then remember we're supposed to be on the cover.
Mm-hmm. The captain strides out, leaving the two of you in here for a moment. And there are some other glances and looks. And you can see like another group of people on that far side are like pantomiming punching now and looking at you guys. There's definitely some suspicion being thrown your way. Notably, Lord Wilmington and his group have not turned to look at you at all, and they're paying no attention to you whatsoever.
Archie still has no idea that he did anything wrong at this moment. He's drunk as fuck and stupid as fuck.
Dale?
I will watch Captain Winters leave, and I'll turn to Archie and I'll say, should we go with him?
I go wherever John goes. Let's follow him along.
Hey, don't forget your drink, Archie.
Archie will finish his drink.
Give me a con check, Archie.
Easy.
Not even, yeah, so good.
Also.
You down it. The two of you walk outside. Captain Winters is going after this couple of blokes who left the bar.
It's a couple of guys.
It's a pair, yeah.
Okay.
And they're walking through the streets. They're headed for, well, at least in the direction of the dock. If not the dock itself, then in that general way.
Yeah. I moved to catch up with them.
I'll give them a check to see if they notice you. Oh, yeah. One of these guys has 17 perception. He's amazing.
Holy
and he rolls
shit.
an 18 on the die.
What the fuck?
Someone happens to throw a look behind them, and there you are, and the two of them break into a run.
All right, wait. How busy is the street so we look at here?
It's late in a small town, so not very busy at all.
So right now, it's just us on the street here.
I mean, when you do the quick glance around after drinking, you don't see anyone. There might be someone, but it's not a busy street.
All right. I take out a dagger and throw it in his back, one of them, and I'm going to sprint after the other one.
Give me a roll to hit.
Back attack?
Back attack, but medium range, so we'll call it a wash.
Any surprise?
No, they saw you and they're trying to run. No surprise.
16
will do it. You strike the random worker in the back. The able-bodied person with 5 HP. He'll take the dagger and the shoulder blade, stumble forward. Does his friend stop and help him out, or does his friend abandon him? Oh, the friend abandons him and leaves him for dead in the dirt and runs ahead.
Shit.
The guy that took the dagger hits the ground, rolls over onto his back, and starts like backpedaling away with one arm and his feet.
I run past him. I'm sprinting after the other guy.
The other guy's sprinting away. Archie and Sale, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, maybe they can deal with that guy.
Did we see which way the captain went?
Oh yeah, he's right there. He just threw a dagger at somebody by the time you guys get out the room. And the person rolls over and still got the dagger in his back, and the captain's running right past him.
Yeah, I'll follow the captain. Not really sure what he's doing, but I assume he's attacking someone, so I'll also try to attack them.
What do you do about the guy who had been attacked, but the captain left behind, and who's like cowering away from you? Yeah. Is he worthy of your attention?
I think so. No.
Let me think.
Archie slows to a stop next to him. It sounds like. Sale?
Would I kill a man down? I don't know.
I'll look at the captain.
His back is to you. Yeah. Oh, the guy's totally not a threat.
I'm sprinting after the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do, Archie? Should we kill him?
No, please don't kill me, he says.
It's there's Barchi to you, first of all.
That's right, Barchi, you're right. Sorry.
I'll be good. I swear. Please. I have a family.
You've already been naughty.
I have 3 daughters. I'm their only means of support.
This will
now they'll have no support. Unless.
Yes? Anything?
Arch-
Money? I have money. He digs his hand into his pocket and like drops like 7 silver coins on the ground next to him.
I like money. I'll bend down and pick it up.
All right, what do you want to do with them though?
How much is 7 silver? Is that enough to save his life?
I'll take it in my hand and count it out. Don't we have like? This is like.
I have more at my house. I have more money.
We give this to Bobby, maybe. It's not really relevant to us, is it?
No, I don't think so. What would the captain do? Oh, the captain would chase the other guy.
Shit.
Yeah, as soon as your attention moves to the other guy and you start like moving in that direction, this guy managed to get to his feet and bolts. Captain, you're running after this other person.
I'm sprinting after him. Yeah.
Give me an opposed strength check to see who can out sprint the other. You
Well-
will roll a 29.
I'm sorry. What is this guy's stats? Oh right, no. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought he had an 18 strength.
No,
for a
he
second.
keeps rolling 18.
Yeah. No, this guy is running like the wings of Hermes are upon him.
All right, but if I can't catch him, I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna try and throw my second dagger at him.
Yeah.
You
Go
have a
ahead.
blow dart.
25.
So you run, but you clearly get the impression that he's gaining on you. You can throw your dagger, but he's at long range now. You can do it. I believe in you.
I can do it. So what am I talking here? It's still back attack.
Yeah, it's going to be a -3 total. Plus your other crap.
All right, so -3 on this. I'm just rolling it normally. Nice.
AC 10. You'll score an 18. You'll hit him square in the back with a dagger. He has 7 hit points.
3
You'll
damage.
do 3 damage. This guy's not a fighter. He's not meant for combat. When you get hit with a dagger in your back, you typically stumble forward at least a little bit. His run slows. He's not a combat character. He like ends up turning around to face you. Maybe the dagger falls out. Maybe it doesn't. 50-50. High it falls out. The dagger's fallen out of his back, landed on the ground next to him. He puts his hands, one hand in the air, the other hand sort of like as high as he can get it without hurting himself too badly. As he backs away from you.
Rugby tackle him to the ground.
He goes down like a sack of potatoes. I'm so sorry. Don't do it. Please, I have a life.
I go to reach my dagger, realizing that both of them are in the backs of these fuckers.
I run a small business. Don't do it.
What are you gonna do? You talking to the guards?
Yes, I was gonna tell the guards, but I won't now. I swear. Let me live.
You say you run a business. Take me there now.
Okay.
I grab my dagger off the ground and hold it to his back.
Yeah.
I look over my shoulder and hope to see not a guy with a dagger on his back lying in the middle of the street. And
You
Archie
don't
and
see
Sale
that.
dealt with it. Okay,
It's not
great.
there.
I assume
Definitely.
I assume
Sale and
it's
Archie are
dealt with.
walking towards you. Yeah.
They're walking towards it.
Yeah. Or jogging towards you. Very quickly, this guy will bring you to his little workshop. What does this guy do for a living? Let's take a look at
Please
our
be a
job
blacksmith.
list.
We're taking him home.
Somebody roll me a D70.
I feel good about this, Nick. Can I
Alright, you
roll it?
Yeah, go on.
Some of these things we'll
Roll
have
it.
to re-roll because they won't apply, but D73.
I got a 1.
Oh!
No, the 1 is the header entry. That just says job. Job
Are
is
you
not a job.
serious?
You got to roll me a different D71. D73, I mean.
17.
This man is a stonemason here in
That's good.
town. Yes. He will bring you to his workshop. This is not a bricklayer stonemason. This is more of someone who is taking the time to take a block of stone and turn it into something that you would add, like maybe the end of a banister, maybe like a little statue of a lion, one of these sorts of stonemasons, a carver, one could say. And he will bring you to the shop. And
Is Archie and Sale with me?
he'll catch up with you. Yeah.
Guys, what happened to the other guy?
He paid us money and he ran off
Where did he go?
I don't fucking
to get
know.
more money from his house, I think.
Oh.
You didn't follow him?
Well-
they're gonna follow you.
We asked what would the captain do, and you were chasing the other guy, so
I look to the guy. Where does he live?
Oh, the other guy that you've got, the stonemason?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Brandon. He's my brother.
Where does he live?
At his house. It's on the other side
Yeah.
of town from here.
Where's his fucking house?
The other side of town from here. We're like as far away as possible from it almost.
That
All right.
sounds likely.
Empty the gold now.
He jingles with some keys at his side, opens the door, stumbles in, wincing from the pain. He'll bring you around to the counter where he pulls out a lockbox, opens it up. He'll empty the lockbox into a nearby bag. Silver, gold, pile out, a little bit of copper as well.
Right,
Time to
I
count it
take it.
now.
I take it.
Mhm.
And all right, we'll go and see your brother. Let's go.
Mhm. All right, you guys exit, leaving the door unlocked. Cross town you go. Okay, so
Just keep in mind, Norum is kind of looking for
Mhm.
escape as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so these 2d6s that you've seen me roll here are coordinates, assuming that the town is on like a grid that is 6 wide by 6 tall. The first one is Nilrum's place, so you're at coordinates 3-4 on the town. The 5-1 is where the stonemason is. The 1-4 is where the other guy is. So we're gonna have to move. We're not gonna cross the path
Yeah.
of the stonemason of the tavern to get to the other guy's house. I don't think.
No. 3-4 is
okay.
kind of close by
Fine.
though to the 1-4 though.
It is a little bit close. It's a few blocks away. You can get to the other guy's house, the brother's
Alright.
house, Jason's
We knock on
house.
the door.
It's very quiet, and then a moment later, a light inside the house goes out.
Wife.
Does the door not open?
can we get
Archie,
the,
hold this guy. I pick the lock.
Takes D10 minutes.
It does.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll kind of make sure the back door is covered.
I pass the roll.
Give me a D10.
3 minutes.
Not a problem. The door opens up, and there, in the one room of this one-room house, is the man, bleeding. His wife has got a bandage held to his side. He stands in front of his family. Indeed, he does have 3 daughters that he tries to guard with his arms.
All right, I throw the guy that I've had at knife point to the ground, and I turn to Archie and say, "Make sure no one gets out of that door. Sail, guard the windows."
I guard the door.
I get the windows.
Hey, it seems there's been a little bit of a misunderstanding here, guys. You seem like a nice family here. Hate to cause any more trouble.
No misunderstanding. No. I think we understand exactly what's going on. Very cleanly, very well.
Now, you know who we are, right?
No.
Okay.
No. I got drunk and I fell on my steak knife. Bad
But
day.
you do know what we're capable of.
Great.
Last time we were here, the guards were looking for us. They didn't find us.
It really is them.
And we're back here now. So you can go and talk to the guards. They're not going to find us. All that's going to happen is I'm going to come back to this house, and next time I'm going to kill both you and your brother and your pretty wife and these 3 little pretty girls you've got here. Now, no one wants that. I don't need to get my hands dirty with that. So we all understand each other, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said he has money, John. He has money.
The wife speaks
Well,
up.
that's
We've been
funny.
saving. We can't. You can't take it. We need it.
Keep your gold. We have enough from the other one. Just keep your mouth shut. If this comes back to bite me in the ass, I swear to Christ, I'll kill all of you.
The wife and the brother look to the guy who's on the ground. He says, You gave him everything?" The guy on the ground mutters like, "What was I gonna do?"
How much did they even get?
Yeah. I'll take this moment to look in the bag.
Ah, yes. There is 150 gold, 80 silver, and 33 copper.
All right, I scoop like a handful of coins, getting mostly silver, And I like throw it onto the floor in front of them, so you don't starve.
That's rather magnanimous of you, considering the
I know.
circumstances.
I know. I'm a nice guy. Listen, I had no choice.
Yeah, no, you can leave them.
All right.
The family cowers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
You
leave.
did it. They're scared of him.
How much gold did I get that, Neil? 150 gold?
150 gold. Well, let's say you lost 10, so 140 gold. And there was 80 silver, so we'll call it 60 silver now. And then 33 copper.
Okay.
So back on the other side of town, in the toilet.
Well, nearby.
Right, pretty, yeah, kind of close.
Pretty close.
Nilrum is in his magic box above the bathroom, and calls have been made, shrieks go out, and very soon guards arrive. The sheriff of the town even arrives, and at no point during this is there like a moment's peace where you could pop out of the thing, right? There's always someone right around the bathroom, or you think maybe they've gone for a moment, but then you can see a foot nearby or a shadow cast by a moving torch. You're pretty much trapped in here.
I have an hour and 15 minutes left, probably.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is quite a funny situation you're in.
It's an unlucky one.
Why would you do this, dude?
He rolled a 1. What am I supposed to do?
It's commitment to the
Play the
role play.
character, man.
Love it.
Commitment. I
It's
love it.
brilliant.
I'm going to give the sheriff a quick check. See how good of an investigator he is. He rolls a natural 4, but maybe he'll roll crazy high on his stats. 2 plus 4 plus 6 is a 12, and 4 is a 16. That is not good enough.
Not a good investigator.
He'll check the scene. He'll talk to the locals here. Everyone says she went in. Her friend confirms that she went in, helped her untie her things, and then she disappeared. There
Must have
is
been
the
the
question,
friend.
like, did she fall through the toilet somehow? Like, it's not designed for someone to fall through, and especially when you've got like a big poofy dress on, that like gets in the fucking way. But maybe, and so someone will, shine a lantern down into the poop pit below, but she's reduced, and she's reduced for, 25 minutes?
5 rounds per level. So yeah. So 25
She's reduced
minutes.
for a long time, and falling 15 feet into a pile of goo should, submerge you in it, especially if you're like a small, half-sized person.
Yep.
How tall was this woman? She was 5 feet tall and 109 pounds before you killed her and shrunk her.
Wow.
So she's 2.5 feet tall and 1/8 of 109 pounds. So we'll call it
Allegedly killed her.
yeah.
Like 15 pounds, more or less.
Yeah. So this small
Yeah.
person just like plopped deep into the poo goo. And no, with that perception check, they don't see her there. It's a mystery what has happened to this. And the rumors quickly spread. You can hear them from your position above the poop hole. You can hear the people talking about the mysterious things that go on. There's those pirates that have been seen around these parts. They do have an unregistered wizard and a heretic cleric among them. Maybe it's the pirates. And someone else is like, no, how could they do that? How could well, there's a dead guy outside, and the sheriff, how's an investigation check on the dead guy? Oh, much better. The sheriff can confirm that the guy outside was killed with magic. Was killed with the magic missile spell. It's got to be the heretic and the renegade wizard. How did they get in here? How did they come in? And that's when someone says, yeah, there was a weird guy in here. I served him. He had an orange cloak. He was dirty. He looks like he had come off the streets. Maybe he killed the guard because he didn't look like he belonged. And pretty quickly, people pieced together that there was a stranger in this building. But the woman's gone, right? She's not dead. She's vanished. And the conclusion they come to is that she must have been kidnapped. She must have been teleported away or dimension doored out or put into a bag of holding, and then who knows what.
She's not here.
gone. She's not
Shouldn't
here.
that be like the room should be covered in blood, right? Where he cut her hand and throat a bit.
You're right. There have been.
He failed his investigation check, though.
He did botch his investigation check, and her hands were mostly bloodied, and then she was gutted, and she's got these.
Nick.
Yeah, she's got a big poofy dress on, so I think most of the blood is on the dress.
Yeah.
If some of it has fallen off to the sides, it must have gotten missed in the dark, in the night.
Thank you, though, Nick.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes a difference just whether or
No,
not they
yeah.
think kidnapped or murdered.
They think she's been kidnapped. And quickly, that man that came in to check on her was revealed to be her husband, and he starts talking about ransom to the sheriff. What do pirates usually ask for ransom? I can pay it. I'm a noble. I have money. I can pay whatever the ransom is. I need my seltzer back, please. The sheriff shrugs and says, well, ransoms come in at all sorts of things. It depends on the person, but for a woman, noble woman, I can't imagine someone asking for less than 50,000 copper. That seems probably at least in the ballpark of where they would be asking. The guy says that he will, make the funds available, and he's gonna talk to the what do you call him, the Inquisitor down at the dock, and he's gonna ask the sheriff to spread any word, and he'll put word on ships that anyone who knows the ladybouts of Lady Seltzer or can turn her to him will be granted 50,000 copper in repayment. In fact, double it, 100,000 copper. I want her back. And slowly, people will, file out of the bar. Everyone goes home for the night. The bar closes for the day. The question is, how long does this all take? Does it take an hour and a half? Or does it take 2 hours? Or does it take half an hour? The sheriff took 50 minutes to arrive and for the investigation to happen. The investigation takes... the investigation only took 10 minutes.
5
So that brings us
minutes.
to 60. And then how long did it take for everyone to clear out of the bar? Let's just roll these random dice and find out what that means. 8 and 7 is 15. So an hour and 15 minutes.
That's exactly what I needed, probably.
Holy shit.
What is the actual duration, though?
The actual duration is 20 minutes per spell level.
Mm-hmm. Your spell level is
140 minutes.
So yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, 100 minutes.
Wait,
an
it's
hour
100.
and 40.
It's 100.
An hour
It's
and
an hour
40.
and 40. Yeah,
Yeah.
she came in 15 minutes later, and then our whole
right.
thing happened. Yeah.
So it's an hour and a half after the spell goes off that everyone leaves and the bar goes quiet, and you have 10 more minutes.
Yep.
And then
No, I have 5 minutes. Yeah, but yeah,
5 minutes. Oh my god.
it was close.
No.
I guess if normal peek out, nobody's here.
The door is shut. You haven't heard anyone on the other side of the door for a while, but you did hear everyone shuffle out and go home.
There's a window, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a small window, about yay big. It's just
Oh, fuck. Actually, this doesn't matter. I have knock.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, normal, casually, just walk. He's casual about this. He doesn't care that he just murdered a lady. He's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He just walks up to the front door, knocks it with his magical spell.
Mm-hmm.
It opens.
Mm-hmm.
He closes it behind him, and he wizard locks it.
Sick. I love it.
And then, he'll try to find his homies.
Great.
So I think we've moved bars from the one that they announced our names in. So
Well-
Nilra might not find us.
What you
When
do
we
find.
leave the house, when we
What'd you
leave the
say?
house of the people that we threatened and robbed and stuff, I kind of awkwardly shuffle out as the last person and kind of wave at them and say, "You have a lovely home," and go.
I
They
turn around to the
sit
two
in
of them
stunned
when
silence. Yeah.
when we get a few minutes away from the door. I turn to Sel and actually, listen, guys. There's not a lot of rules here. Mostly we can do what we want. Remind me again. What was the one rule we had when we were in town?
Keep your promises.
True.
Right. Yeah. What was the second rule?
I I'm drunk, Captain. You.
Yeah, well, clearly. Yeah, well, the second rule was keep a low profile. Let's go and get it. You two don't need any more to drink. I could do with several, so let's go find a new tavern.
Just one more?
Just one more, yeah.
Is no
One
one
more
able to
for
find
you.
them?
I think it will take you a little bit longer to find them, Nilrum, because you head back to the bar that they were at before, and they're not there, and then I think you wander the town a little bit looking for them until you spot them in a bar, like an hour or so later.
If we see him wandering around in the street, we can grab him.
Nilrum will walk up to the table, place his hands on it like that. He'll open his bag, and he'll just like dump out all of the ladies' shit onto the table and be like, "I got you a nice haul, Captain."
Should I ask?
He shakes his head. You don't want to.
Fantastic. Well, we've all had an interesting day. Go and get yourself a drink, Nolan. At least you seem sober.
A nod.
Are there any?
Noam will.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Noam will sit here and he's gonna do an appraisal check and like check what he got.
Totally.
Ooh.
Well,
The second appraisal check I've rolled on one on.
So I will take the stuff and put it in my pack. Should I just write Lady Seltzer's jewelry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How much are we weighing here?
So Nilrum will value this stuff. There is less than 1 pound. Nilrum,
Okay.
you will value this jewelry just incorrectly.
Yeah.
The earrings you think could probably fetch 10 gold for the set. The rings you think can fetch maybe 3 gold each, and there are 4
You
of
writing this down,
them.
Nick?
Oh. Well, it's wrong, right? So it doesn't matter.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
but
what you'll sell it for, is
This is what we're
essentially
gonna-
what I'm saying.
This is what we're gonna try and sell it for, I guess.
Yeah, so you'll
Um,
get 22 for that, and then the hairpin you will assess at another 3. So we'll call it 25 gold for the loot,
Okay.
is your
Noam
assessment of its
scratches
value.
his head. That was a noble lady. This should be worth way more, but I guess this is what it is.
I mean, I don't have appraisal, but I am a thief. Can I see that that sounds ridiculous or not?
Usually when we sell this stuff, we give it to Lady Nightingale anyways, and she gets it appraised on her own, but this is kind of
That's
what we
true.
think it's worth.
Can I make an unproficient appraisal check?
Well, Nilrum is the expert in the field, right? So it's like me coming up to you and you being like, hey, this biotech, this stock is a piece of shit. And I'm like, really? I invest in stocks a little bit. It looks pretty good to me. You're like, no, this is a piece of shit. The company's going to fail. Trust me. And I'm like, all right.
Okay.
He's
All
the
right.
expert. You've got no reason to second guess him.
Okay, well, we've made some money. It's enough to pay for the fucking copper wire. Hopefully we can drink the remainder of the 4 days away before we have to kill some more innocent people.
No one's innocent, Captain.
You are full of wishful thinking tonight, Captain.
Certainly am, yeah. I just want a bit of peace and quiet, so... Sorry, Dara.
Yeah, thanks. Captain Flinters. Wait, what was your secret name?
Oh,
Waterford.
one thing I did hear, Captain, after I threw the lady down the privy, her husband was offering.
Wait, what?
Well, that's
what?
a story for another time. Her husband was offering, I think it was 10,000 copper for her return.
I lean to sail and I say, I think that's a euphemism.
No, 100,000 copper.
That's a lot of copper. But,
And on.
unless you've learned to resurrect people... I don't
Well, I'll
suppose
point to
we'll
the ring. It's a signet ring where they assume their family symbol. We could send them this as proof that we have her.
Tell them to bring the ransom somewhere?
Tell them to bring the ransom in a boat somewhere. Then, we lightning bolt the boat.
Take the money and run.
Take the money and run. Or take the boat.
Alright, we need to organize this for the... just after we rob from the glassmith, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's write a letter. So,
The second
I-
letter you wrote tonight, Captain.
yeah, I write a letter with my left hand. Like a ransom note, essentially. And I'm going to say to...
Wait,
meet
Captain, my
us-
writing's really bad. Do you want me to write the note?
Yeah, okay, go on. You write it. Looking at the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to say, meet us at sunrise to the east of the most eastern salt flat.
If you want to see your wife again.
If you want to see your wife again, bring
4
the
days
gold.
from now, is it?
Yeah, 4 days. So I organize it so it's like this. So we'll go at night, heist the glass place, then we'll walk east across the salt flats where the ship is, and hopefully that's where that guy will be.
And
He
we'll
may
explain.
bring the guards, so we need to be ready to fight them.
No. We explain. If you bring the guards, we'll know. We have people on the inside.
Yeah.
Your wife will be killed.
So, this is a great idea that you guys have that you're working on.
Yeah.
But if the pirates out here get a reputation for not returning hostages, and this is probably the one in time that you can do this, or maybe you can do it once or twice or 3 times, but if you get the reputation for failing to ransom people back, then people probably won't trust you to ransom them.
That would be if people knew that we were ransoming, but the goal
Yeah,
here
if
is
he's
for him
dead.
to tell no one, and he's going to die as well.
Ah.
Normally, I would agree,
Okay.
but
okay.
I think that he's not going to tell anybody, because if he does,
Gotcha.
we'll see.
Plus, 1,000 gold's a lot of gold.
Also, he knows that we're super powerful anyways, due to the fact of his wife literally just went missing, vanished, gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he
Okay.
would assume that it's reasonable they might have people on the inside.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, basically, meet us to the east of the most eastern salt flat at sunrise in 4 days' time. Don't bring any guards. We'll know. We have men on
You
the
may
inside.
bring your own personal. You may bring 2 of your personal guards who you trust.
Bring the ransom in capital letters, I say to Sale.
Tell him 200,000 copper. He really would miss his wife.
Right,
I laugh.
yeah.
All right.
And,
you write
we'll
the
sign it
ransom
with a
letter.
kiss.
And how do you prove that you have the wife? Do you leave
The signet
something?
ring.
Her signet ring.
You leave one of her rings in there. Nice.
Yep.
Nice. And how do
How
you
do we
know where
get
to
it to
deliver
him?
this?
Yeah. Is Waterford still not other what's his name? The dwarf.
Lord
You might not
Wilmington.
see his other
Wilmington.
bar, but even if you walk around the noble district, you should be able to tell like which noble house is which.
Mhm.
I would assume that the signet is pretty prevalent. So I'll say, Captain, walk around the noble district. You'll be able to find it easily and just leave it at the fence. You know, they'll see it. They're gonna be looking out for this.
Yeah, all right. I'll go. I think my disguise is the best, so I'll go take a look. Archie's done. Sale's done an image of what it looks like.
I'll give you a wink and I'll be like, I'll keep him in line, Captain.
Is there an image of what it looks like? Where is this?
I didn't get all the words because it was hard to keep track, but I tried to like.
You know, he writes slow. He's not just learned.
Wait, where is it though?
It's in
It's in the Discord.
at 200,000 copper.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Great.
Okay, I take a look at the note. I fold it up and put it in a pocket, and fix my disguise and head out. To the
We
noble
include that
district.
he can bring 2 of his bodyguards. He shouldn't tell people, and
No, 'cause this is what's written down.
well, we need to write more then because we need to make it ironclad.
All right, I draw a little square on the corner and then write it in proper writing to finish off the note. You know.
Okay. Her signet ring is that of a whale, a humpback whale. And sure enough, looking around for a place, heading into the fancier noble district of town, you can see a house with many lights on inside, 2 guards posted out front, looking super suspicious and alert. And then the house
Wait.
has like an archway over it that has like the iconography of a dolphin. So it's not quite the same whale, but like this does maybe look like a house that's just had the owner or the wife kidnapped from. House
Captain,
and still
Before the
alert.
captain left, I would have offered him this advice. If you see a homeless person nearby, give it to them, give them up like a gold, and tell them just to deliver it to the house.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Do I see any homeless people nearby?
You can eventually come around and find a little a street orphan who is like, just a regular little kid whose family's probably all dead and they've got nothing to go on and is normally sleeping in an alleyway, but they see someone like you walking around late at night and they walk up to you and hold their cap out with big, sad eyes. We normally ignore this sort of stuff because it happens on like a daily basis in these towns.
Yeah.
But it's around.
Hey, kid. You want to earn some silver?
Yes, sir. Please,
All right.
sir.
I give him 2 silver coins. And say, take this letter and post it in that house over there with the dolphins.
He enthusiastically bobs his head up and down, waits
Wait,
for...
wait.
And
Wait 10 minutes.
then what?
All right. And then take the letter
right.
to the guys outside the house, yeah?
Okay. He
All right.
waits, you leave, and you
Yeah,
can
I
assume
want
the
to
letter's
watch him
been...
to make sure, because I watch him from an alleyway or something. I want to make sure he doesn't just steal a ring.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not. The letter's folded. He doesn't look inside of it. He just clutches it in his hand and, like, stares up at the sky for a little while. And then after amount of time has passed, probably not 10 minutes, the kid's a little excitable.
Yeah.
He races over and hands the letter to the people at the door. They grab him roughly, shuffle him about, ask him questions. They, like, rough up the little orphan a little bit. They take his money.
What?
And then they
Oh, that's
kick him
fucked
out
up.
into the streets.
That is fucked up.
Can I watch this go down. I
Yeah.
wait for the kid.
Yeah,
to
you can
walk
see
past
him
my alleyway.
dejectedly walking in a different direction.
Psst,
Bring him
kid.
through.
Psst, kid.
He sees you and hurries over after making a block or so from the building.
Fucking gods. I reach into the pocket and give him 2 gold.
His eyes glitter as the gold falls into his hand.
Get something to eat.
Yes, sir. And he bolts, this time with the gold in his hands. Never
Yeah.
gonna make that mistake again, he says to himself.
All right, I head back to our tavern, realizing that we've not got a place to sleep.
Well, these tavern, you can find an inn in town that will accept
Okay.
late night visitors. And with our undercover rolls made and the consequences followed, you guys can keep a low profile in town for the next few days.
I'm getting my spells back.
Mm-hmm. You can get your spells back. The sheriff will patrol the town with some guards, and they will come by the inn that you're staying at and ask to speak to, the people who are around, or who has shown up. The innkeeper will mention, the population that's here, but you guys can keep a low enough profile with the dice rolls the sheriff has made that when they come to talk to you, it's sort of missed. You're either not there, or they chat with you and they don't get the impression that you are the rogues that they're looking for. This guy can't be a pirate. Look at him. He's, how could this person teleport a woman away? He's passed out on the counter, or on the sofa all day long. There's no way a real renegade could be like this. No, our foes are very powerful, intelligent, strong men. Maybe that guy over there with the big muscles could be them, but look at the rest of these layabouts. Definitely not qualified to be pirates. That sort of underestimating of their opponents.
Idiots.
And days later, you have...
We get our rods.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just pay for the rods and go?
No,
No,
absolutely
we were
not.
meant to do it at night.
Yeah, it's nighttime. Yeah.
And the rods are happening before the payment, before the ransom?
We're gonna
Yeah.
heist this, and then we're walking straight to the eastern salt flat.
And then we're meeting him in the sunrise at the Eastern Salt Flats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, one night, you head back to the foundry. Party together. All their spells ready.
Sure.
Yeah. Your spells ready, lads.
Yeah, I just redid mine.
Not that I imagine there should be much trouble.
Yeah, I'm taking 2 knocks, 1 rope trick, 4 magic missiles, and an enlarge.
Mm.
Also be taking no ship in a bottle and repel water.
Excellent.
Can I take the lightning bolt, actually?
Yeah, you can memorize lightning bolt.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna cast repel water on John Winter's hat.
Oh, perfect. I'm not wearing the hat while we're in disguise, though, unfortunately.
Sorry.
You know
It's
what?
in my
Actually,
pack.
Well, no.
it's been a hot minute since we've had a break. Why don't we do a break here and come back on the other side? And we might run a little bit over on time, but I hope that's okay with everyone.
I'm okay doing it.
We
Yep,
will see you guys soon with a little bit more Tides of Death. Bye-bye.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our party is heading to the easternmost salt flat. No, is heading to the foundry late one night. Well,
Yeah.
after the normal people have gone to bed. Sure, there's drunkards out in taverns just like you were a few nights ago. Sure, there's random little boys running around the streets begging for change. Yeah, of course, there's that, dwarf drunk in the alleyway.
Yeah.
The most part, quiet.
As we approach, I want to... Shit, did I ever get my other dagger back?
No.
Was it still like...
Gone.
Okay, my one remaining dagger. I'm going to, like, hide it up the left sleeve of my jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. You approach the foundry, the lights are on, the front gate is shut, but the little normal door on the side is open. It's got one of those, like, rolling down style, things that can shut the front of the long foundry. They need it open for airflow and for, like, large objects to get out, but you shut it at night or when not in use.
Yeah.
But you can see
All right, well.
the light on next to the door, and inside is the man hard at work, jotting down notes in a ledger, kind of looking out the window from time to time, but it's light on inside and the glass windows, the inside's illuminated, the outside is hard to see. You can notice when he like comes to the window to look out, and you can observe him in the meantime.
All right, is the door open or closed?
The side door is closed.
All right, we've not mentioned him. I assume he was still at the tavern, but I let Seymour off my shoulder and put him down on the floor next to me, and I knock on the door. And I start. I want to get a bag of 40 gold ready.
Mm-hmm. He opens the door and tries to wave you guys in.
All right, yeah, I come in.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, is the stuff ready?
Yep. He walks over to a table and throws back a leather flap, revealing the crystal rods, one after another, after another, after another.
We'll walk over and grab
go
one.
and take a look.
He inspects it.
Yeah, the glass is great. It's well made. They're the right shape, the right size, the right material. You pull out a little bit of fur that you have with you, and sure enough, it does like create the static charge that you're looking for. This will do. They'll do great.
We good, Nora?
Yeah, Nora will start to like wrap him up and put him in his bag, not caring about the guy at all. Like, these are ours now.
I walk towards him and hand him the bag of gold.
Thank you. Now, if there's any other glasswork you need done, hate to say come to me, especially after what happened a few nights ago, says through gritted teeth. But better to be friends with you than enemies, right?
You might want to count it before you make that promise. I say to him with a smile.
I mean, if you're gonna shortchange me, I'm not gonna stop you in the moment, right?
Yeah.
I was just assuming you're honest men.
Of course, yeah.
Nora waits for the captain.
I'm just gonna wait for him to like break eye contact with me.
He breaks eye contact with you by looking to Sail and looking to Archie, and suddenly feeling very uncomfortable that the four of you are sort of like surrounding him and looking at him.
No, it's not like that.
No, Nora will turn and say, he'll pick up one of the glass rods. This one's a little chipped, and he'll get his attention.
What nonsense! And he goes over to look at it.
All right, I slip the dagger out of my sleeve and stab him in the kidneys. And I think that counts as a sneak attack.
Oh, this counts as a sneak attack, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
There's no way he's prepared or defended against this. Go ahead and make me your attack roll at +4.
Okay.
This guy have a backstory too?
Oh, of course he does.
See?
He's got
It's not only me who kills NPCs.
He's got
Everyone's got a
5
backstory.
kids.
Amazing.
Can we kill them too?
Oh, yeah.
23.
Yeah, you get it up right in there. And you are what level? Rogue?
5th level rogue.
×3 multiplier? ×2 multiplier?
×3, I think.
Well, he's got 4 hit points, yeah.
Takes 6.
He's very quickly dropped to the ground and dies.
Nice doing business with you.
Take your gold back.
I clean the dagger, yeah, pick up the gold. And, alright. Find the lockbox. I start looking around. Like, has he got a desk or something? The ledger, where he was writing the ledger. Are you going to check that desk?
Yes, the ledger is just, weights of raw sand that has been brought in, weights of coal that he's got left. You can see he's like weighing all of his tools and supplies on a large set of scales nearby.
Is it raining? Or storming?
It is. There's a gentle dripping of rain coming down from the outside. It's not like a heavy rain, it's a very light rain.
What's the
autumn.
building made out of?
The building has stone walls and a wooden roof with wooden shingles. Glass windows all over the place. Like thick glass windows. Not like I'm going to punch through it, but like old church windows that are like, oh my god, I'm going to break my hand.
Okay.
All right,
Captain,
so
what do we want to do with the body?
just leave him here.
Let
They'll
them
find
know
it in the
that
morning.
They got
We'll-
stabbed?
Could
Why
make it
not?
look like an accident.
We haven't got much time. You can try, but we've got
Why
to
not?
make our way to the salt flats as soon
That's
as.
fine. Okay.
Fight, like, we need to find the lockbox. We need to find the tools. Let's get going.
Yeah, we're going to look for his lockbox. If there's a back door, I'm going to get the guy's keys, and we're just going to rummage the place. We take about 30 minutes.
Keys are easy to find. There's a ring of them right next to the door that you had came in through, so you can get those and open or close any obvious locks. Finding the lockbox is not as easy as it first appears. It seems to be hidden somewhere. It's not in an obvious or overt place. If you had a whole night to search the place, you could probably find it. But you don't. You only have a little while. And you're also looking for the right tools that you need.
Yeah.
So, perception checks?
I would say half the party is gathering tools, half the party is searching for the lockbox.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 people, roll me perception checks and do very well. You're going to need much more than a 21 to find this.
I think
I would.
Nilram would be searching for the tools.
Yeah, me and Archie will look for the tools. No,
Oh,
well, and I think Sale and Nilram should look for the lockbox.
Okay.
Sale, Nilram.
30.
Oh, fucking Nilram.
Nice.
All right, Sale,
Sale?
don't even bother. No, you're looking in the wrong spot, Sale. Nilram knows what's up. He finds the spot behind the kiln where there is what just appears to be like a little step, but that step has like a lid that opens up, and opening up the lid is a small crate which can be pulled out and has a lock on it. Notably, the lock on this lid does not match the keys from the key ring. There's probably another key somewhere, maybe in the house, maybe buried, who knows. But it doesn't matter. It's already in a portable box form. You already have knock, though. You knock the lock off. Yeah, the padlock just falls off right away. You can
I have
open
one
it up.
left.
Yeah.
What's in it?
How much are we looking at here?
Lots of silver. Lots and lots and lots and lots of silver. Maybe a few speckling gold within it. No copper to speak of, but it weighs maybe 10 pounds.
I hand it to Archie.
All right. Let me carry the lockbox. Do you want to give us a number, Neil, just so we don't have to keep track of
It weighs 20 pounds. 15 pounds of it are silver. 15 times 50 is what? 750 silver.
Okay. Adding that to the sheet.
Okay.
I'm kind of like probably overburdened with coins here because I don't always take all of our gold with us, but we've gathered a lot since we've been here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's grab what tools we can. We carry as much as we can, and
Do
still
I feel like I
reasonably
could start the
decent pace.
kiln? Do I feel like I would know how?
Yeah, it's like any other fire. It's just a slightly different structure to amplify the effects that you need. You could get the kiln going if you wanted. Probably take you
People
half an hour
work
to
late.
get it nice and hot.
Captain,
Not
can we
even.
just start this and throw him in it?
Burn his body?
Why not?
I don't know if it will it? I mean, you. All right,
should.
fine. Get it going now. But we ain't
Yeah,
got
yep.
loads of time.
Norm will get it going and
Chuck the body into the kiln.
chuck the body in the kiln and leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Party
Well, we gather the
leaves.
tools as well.
Yeah, the tools for sure.
Mhm.
So we
Um,
carry what we can. If for anything that's like too heavy or too awkward to carry, we'll leave it and hopefully just buy it. But we carry what we can.
without getting into specifics, then you guys load up Archie with as much stuff as he can carry, and then everyone else splits like carrying a box between them that's piled with coins and other stuff, and maybe someone's got a bag over their shoulder. And going at a slow pace, you will spend the whole night walking along the road out by Colrogia.
All right.
Leading out
We need to be
towards where the
ready
ship
because
is.
he could be brought the guards here. We need to be ready to fight.
If he has, I have lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Should we have the ship prepped and ready to go?
Norm said it only takes 5 minutes. Let's just wait and deal with this.
All right.
You get out to that last little spot, way out there at the edge. The small little village. Dwarves hanging around, a couple of humans, a few halflings. You can see that this must be one of their days off because they're all just kicking back with their feet up, snacking on cheeses and breads and smoking pipes. They are maybe, half mile from the spot where you're meeting. They're in like the little bit more of a common area in between the two salt flats. They're within range of like vision, but not of hearing. And as the sun begins to rise, and you wait a little bit, you can see plumes of dust being kicked up from behind this like little party of gathered miniature folk and a few random humans. It looks like the dust from many horse hooves.
How many are we talking here?
At least 6, but you're seeing the dust, right? So somewhere between 6 and 15.
And they're coming for us? Or going away?
The dust is coming in your direction, or like it's becoming more and more visible.
Oh.
Nilrim is going to put his box down and have
drop
the
all the
components
shit.
in his hand to cast a lightning bolt. He's not starting it, but has his components.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure
if we're going to a
enough.
battle map, I'd be down, yeah.
I wait, chest thrust out just off the side of the road for these horses to come to a stop.
Yeah. You can see that a team of horses is pulling a carriage. On the carriage, on like the boards of the side of the carriage, are 2 armored and armed fighters. They wear chainmail, and they've got arming swords at their sides and warhammers at their sides.
Captain, I'm just going to blast them when they get in range. The whole carriage.
Behind the carriage
Give you a
are
nod.
4 more riders, people on horseback carrying what appear to be spears, which also double as lances on horseback. And the whole carriage comes to a stop near the group of dwarves and halflings. One of the men on the sideboards hops off, talks with them, and you can see them then hop back on, and the whole carriage and horse procession begins to move in your direction.
Okay, as soon as they get in range, I'm literally casting lightning bolt.
What is the
and
max range of lightning bolt?
It is going to be 40 yards plus 10 yards per level, so 90 yards right now.
So you can cast it at 90 yards, and then it's up to an 80-foot long bolt. So 90 yards is 270 feet, plus 80 feet is 450 feet, which is pretty good range.
Yeah, I'm also trying to get coverage, so if I can hit the cart and 2 riders in the back, that's
Mhm.
perfect. If not, I'll just hit the entire cart and just kill everybody in it.
Well,
You want to do
As-
the 10-foot wide version, right?
Yeah, the 10-foot wide probably.
So
As
I
the-
haven't.
wagon
40.
comes to the end of the available road. The horses aren't going to pull it off the road and onto the area where you are. So it comes to a stop. The people on the sideboard hop off, and now you can see hopping off from the other sideboard are another 2 soldiers. So a total of 5 armed guards, 3 of them on horseback. They hold the door open, and out steps who must be Seltzer's husband, Lady Seltzer's husband, Mr. Seltzer, perhaps.
All right.
I
shout
noticed it
to
is him, right?
They're at a good range right now. A pretty good range. So give me a charisma check to see if you can specify. Oh, it's definitely that same fucker. You would recognize that bald spot anywhere. The comb over. Oh, yeah. It's obviously him.
As he gets out of the carriage, I shout to him, "You got the gold?"
If your voice reaches the man, he does not respond. He's talking with his 4 footmen and 3 horsemen. And then in your direction, they come.
I cast enlarge on Archie.
I'd also like to cast Bless if I could.
Okay. Yeah. They're about 1,000 feet out from you right now. As Archie gains 50% body size. The horsemen don't come single file. They spread with maybe 10 feet between each of them, so that the horsemen are fairly far apart, and they've got lances. And the footmen walk behind actually in front of the horsemen at first, and the nobleman walks between the footmen and the horsemen.
Does it look like they're charging?
They're not charging yet.
Okay.
They don't need that much room to charge. They could walk until they're within like 200 feet and then break into a charge to surprise you if that's what they're doing. They're definitely in a position, like an offensive spread out with the horses, and then the soldiers are sort of like close together guarding the one dude, but not so close together that they like, this is a medieval time where there's magic, so they understand the value of like spreading out a little bit. So the guards are maybe 5 or 8 feet apart, close enough that they can collapse if they need to protect their lord, or spread out even further. And then the horsemen are well spread. With your lightning bolt, you could hit 1 guard and 1 horseman. That's about it at this point.
But I could hit. What if I centered it on
His lordship?
The lordship.
You'd hit the lordship and probably 2 of his bodyguards, 2 of the footmen.
Well, this is gonna be tricky.
So does he get in range to talk as he starts to walk forward?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have
What
a
do you define
conversation.
as talking range?
Well, so I can shout him.
You could shout maybe 50 yards without too much trouble, but by the time you're at like shouting range, you're also at charging range. They're very conveniently the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. When he's in talking range, I shout to him.
Well, wait, Captain. Let's just go to the coastline where I look to sail. He can protect us. Let's get the boat out, and let's have a conversation there. So if they want to charge at us, they have to charge us on the coast, not in this open plain. Let's start shifting our way over.
All right, yeah. So we start to walk to the coast.
Mm-hmm. You get to the coast. Time to bring the ship out?
I let out the ship.
And tell us, how does the ship appear? Does it just...
Nilrim will twirl the bottle in his hand, gingerly place it into the water, and kind of give it like a little, push.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll push the bottle into the water, and the ship within 1d5 minutes will make its way out and like fully get big. So it takes about 1d5 minutes for it to enlarge.
Would you want to roll me the d5 then?
Yeah. 4 minutes.
So it takes a little while for the boat to sail out of the bottle and then grow and grow and grow. This stops the arriving party. They stop at maybe 400 feet from you, startled by the growing ship. One of the horsemen trots forward, alone. On the end of their lance has been affixed the dolphin that is apparently the sigil of this family's house. And they trot towards you with the flag up in the air. They close the distance to 20 yards, 60 feet,
All right.
talking range.
I set no more than 2 guards. What's this?
Where Lady Seltzer? Show
Where's
her
the
to me at
gold?
once.
Give me the gold, Cat, or you won't see her again.
I'll pull out her necklace. We have her.
Show me the woman. I only see the 4 of you.
She's not here. I'll take you to her once we get the gold. I knew you couldn't trust nobles like this, and you try and pull some shit. This is why she isn't here.
The horseman looks flummoxed. This is not how exchanges are made. He
I
turns
shrug.
his horse around
Yeah.
and trots back. Footmen get a little bit closer to hear what's being said. His lordship comes in close to hear what's being said.
All right, so this is a good lightning bolt time, right? Or are they still too far out?
400 feet.
Okay.
I forgot what we said lightning bolt range was in total.
I have 90 yards right now.
Yes, it's too far.
270, yeah, okay. His lordship looks out in your direction.
It's just like
They know we're meaning business because we've just unleashed some crazy fucking magic on them.
it's like they're not trying to Big Lebowski us, are they? With some fake ransom back.
Doesn't matter. They're probably scared shitless.
This is what you get when you fuck someone in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great movie that is. This is what happens when you fuck a
And
stranger in
then-
the ass.
The whole lot of them retreat. They turn around. They head back the other way.
Okay.
And they keep
Well,
going.
we can't catch them, right?
Yeah, we can't catch them.
and
So
they keep going.
if they're gonna leave, then he just gave up his wife.
Yep. They leave.
All right. I don't think we should press the matter. I think we should get in the boat and leave.
Yeah, let's get in the boat and leave.
All right. We gather our shit that we'd hidden nearby.
Absolutely. You pile it on the boat and you take off. You set sail.
Yep.
He's gonna have to live with that.
Yeah, he is.
Now,
Ooh, we should send him tokens of just like a piece of jewelry every now and again.
Just a random finger.
We just need, yeah, we could take someone's finger. This is like the Big Lebowski, someone's toe.
Yep. We could take Billy, or what's the kid's name?
Bobby's toe.
Bobby's toe.
toe.
Nice. He's only got 6 strength. It might look like a nice dainty female toe. All right, we get on our boat and leave. We still made good.
He made the right decision, but he doesn't know that, and he's gonna live with that.
it will haunt him for the rest of his
Yeah.
life. His children will always ask, "What happened to Mom? Why didn't you check to make sure she was there?"
Yeah.
You guys are going upwind. Speed
Yeah, we're going back to the
is
base.
15. So the horsemen will reach the town before the party does via boat. Timing on this is going to be real close because they're just a little bit faster than you. They've already been marching all night for a long distance, so the horses are a little bit tired. They can't gallop back to town, the horses this fatigued. So they have to walk them back to town. They will get just before you. And you will see as the town comes into view that one of the ships in the harbor raises a dolphin flag.
Wow.
I tell the captain to raise the flags to meet us how we said.
Wait, hang on. So what's happening? This ship's raising its flag to communicate, or raising its flag to...
A ship is
As
like
if it's
coming
silent.
out of the leaving the area right around town.
Yep.
And it's raising just a normal flag, like this is who we are.
Yeah.
I
It's just
fly
coming.
my dolphin flag. And then beside it comes a ship of the White Prince.
Yeah, all right. So we need to
The
get
White
going.
Prince flag
Yeah.
comes up.
I
And
tell
then
Sales
another
to casting his
Smaller ship raises a dolphin flag that seems overly sized, like as if they had an extra dolphin flag and they've coerced another ship to joining with them. And 3 ships come out.
I tell Sail as we're navigating away to start casting. Well, I'll ask him if he
Wait.
has his lightning bolt.
What, Sorry, go ahead.
I do not. I think we agreed with the party I'd bring hold poison just in case.
It's fine as well, yeah.
Neil, what kind of ships are they sailing? Do I feel like their ships could go against the tide?
The smaller ship is a long ship like your own. So it has roughly the same speed as you if it's fully manned and operated.
Is that the White Prince's ship?
No,
Or is
that's
that
the one that has the oversized flag.
Okay.
The one that has the dolphin flag is like a large cargo ship. And the White Prince's boat is a small cargo ship, a nar, if you would.
Captain,
All right.
as we're sailing away, you need to communicate. This is very important. You need to tell them to. You need to tell the White Prince's ship to divert. We will speak with one ship, or his wife will die.
I think we should just get out of here now.
I think we do. I think we do both. But I think the communication is key.
They're out for blood. No,
No,
it's not worth it.
they're out for the noble lady. But it's your call.
I think we go full speed against the tide back to Flotsam Isle. And I put the flag up saying, well, to go with the theme, I'd fuck around and find out. That's what I put on the flags.
We're gonna need probably a seamanship check for this, yeah?
Yeah, because the other ship is coming towards you. The other long ship is
Yeah,
rowing
that guy can come.
after you. You will be able to outrun the other ones without any real trouble because they don't go against the wind very well, if at all. They're a little bit in front of you, but you can just cut in towards the middle and then dip out to the sides, and you're fine. You're
The
good
long
enough
ship
sailors
is
to
not the
know
White
that.
Prince one, yeah?
No,
It's not.
that's just
The-
the random shitters.
Oh,
That's
okay, good.
the-
I would love to lightning bolt that.
The employed ship that they have. And it comes after you. But you'll
Okay.
notice very quickly, it is not really gaining on you. It looks like it's holding. It looks like they're not chasing you, they're following you to see where you go. And they'll follow from a nice long distance. You can
Okay.
see pretty
All right.
far on the open ocean. And they're going to follow you from a distance of about a mile. See
Okay.
where you go.
If we turn, we can catch them.
If you
we have
turn, they
spectral
could
servants
turn.
who don't get tired. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, yeah, I think we row hard. Like, 'cause we're going full speed, right? We go for like 12 hours full speed, hoping to tire their rowers out. And then we make a quick turn around and go with the tide towards them.
Yeah.
The 12 hours has passed. It's going to be night. You'll lose them in the dark.
No, it's sunlight. It's sunrise.
No, yeah, it was. We did this in the very.
But it's
start of the
October.
morning.
12 hours
winter.
later is going to be.
Okay, so all right, so 8 hours then.
8 hours.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna row
Just
away
before
from them.
just before sunset. Yeah, we want to go full speed. I want their rowers to be tired.
We want to tire them out.
We might even be able to just row the ship into the depths.
Yeah, I'll do
Small
both.
enough.
We can lightning bolt and then, if you want to try that. You
Oh, we break the ship. They're all drowning in the water, and then a bunch of black tentacles come up and drag them under the sea.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
Amazing.
8 hours. Long ship takes 11 hours to get to the next city or the next island upwind, so we won't quite be at Solstice Isle, but you can see, or Summerland, I mean, but you can see Mount Solstice in the distance pretty easily.
Yeah.
How far are these people willing to follow? They are clearly hired help. They're gonna lose you when it comes to night. So they will follow you for about 5 hours until Mount Solstice is well within view. And this will be somewhere in the... Because you already have to travel the length of the island, which is a little bit, so maybe it took you like 2 hours to go the length of the island, or an hour to go the length of the island, and then they follow you for another 5 hours out about part way, because this is not to scale. And then half a day away from Colrogia, half the way back to Summerland, they will give up the chase.
All right.
Followed
cool.
you in
Well,
this direction. You're clearly not like doubling back to the island in any way, shape, or form. You're not headed to the Midlands. You're definitely headed along the path, from one island to the next. And that
Yeah.
seems to be as much information as they are looking to get.
They
and
made
turn
very
tail.
wise choices. Yeah.
When we see them starting to turn off, I assume someone's going to be looking at us with an eyeglass. I'm going to have, I'm going to ask the captain to make the call. Let's start heading inland, like we're going to the inner rings, and we're going to keep going that way for a while, and I will be able to navigate us back to Port Ferris.
Okay, if you can do it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we make I make a call to go starboard or whatever, and we turn towards the inner ring.
Right. This is a great opportunity to talk about the weather patterns. As we've mentioned before, there's always a clockwise wind and clockwise waves, but this is the average. Really, if you're at a point like Colrogia, the wind comes from any number of angles, but it averages this way. Same with the waves. So doing a hard turn and heading straight in is a recipe to be broadsided.
Ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we
So
don't-
the
Oh yeah, we're not gonna do it to break our ship.
right.
Not a hard turn, but like we
Okay,
will
yeah.
slowly turn.
10
Right.
degrees starboard.
So
or something
instead
like
of
that,
doing like a straight line like this, if you are headed in, you would do something
Yeah.
like this.
yeah. So we do
Oh,
that.
cool.
then.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Cool. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. You can turn, decoy your angle. They will head in. Give me that navigation check to make sure you can get to the right spot. We're good.
Nice rolls today, mate.
Yeah, today's been good.
And you will escape. You will
And
leave
make
the
it back
ships
to the base?
behind. You'll make it back to your base in 1, 2, 3, like 4
Sweet.
days later. Yeah.
All right, cool. We offload all the gear, give it to Wiley, and get some XP. I dump all the gold we've gained into our. I assume I've got some sort of locked place that I keep all of our gold and
Yeah,
silver.
we had talked about you guys providing, like, getting basic furnishings for your base.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that will include some sort of lock box, which has a lock and a key. And I'm assuming you leave the key in the base so it doesn't get lost somewhere. We're making a lot of very broad assumptions about
We're
how
gonna
you're...
wizard
No.
lock. We'll wizard lock the
No,
lock.
we won't, because I need to be able to open it. If you had a spell that could let me open it, but I keep the key on me.
Really?
That's fine.
I mean, what if you get stolen? What if you get robbed? What if something happens and the key's gone?
We can open it then. I have not.
If we get robbed, then we get robbed. If I get killed, then I'm dead. So what do I care?
Okay, so you keep the key on you. Cool. You can unload
Yeah.
your gear into the big box. Take a bit of a rest. Is anyone close to leveling? Does anyone need enough time to rest to get XP to level, or is this just unload the stuff and then head over to the Goblin Isle?
No,
I
think
need.
this- Oh,
No, I need 6k on both classes, more or less.
How you doing,
we
Sale?
unload and go to Goblin Isle.
Just double checking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm like 7k XP away.
Yeah, Archie, you're also pretty far, I remember. That's muted, but I think that was an affirmative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, off
Yeah.
to the Goblin Isle we go.
Cool.
It is we're gonna get there today, guys. We're gonna do it.
Wait,
It's gonna happen.
we stopped before. We have to get more gold. The gold thread. Are we able to do that in a day?
Oh, the copper.
Yeah, the copper.
Oh
wire.
yeah, you
Copper
can make a
wire.
quick detour to float some
Yeah,
island. No problem.
Okay.
And then we go
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna go all the way whoosh, whoosh, over here.
We're gonna take the quick method too.
Oh, you're gonna go inline.
Yeah, I think so.
Fastest method. Yeah. So that would be going. It's a longer distance, but you have much more speed when you come round like this.
Oh wait, is that the fastest method?
That is the absolute fastest method, is to
Okay.
go with the currents all the way that direction, because your speed with the currents is, I lied, actually no, maybe not. Speed with the current is 21, speed against the current is 15, so they're pretty close.
I mean, I think we should go against the tide, so we don't have to go past
Yeah, I agree.
Colrogia.
Okay.
Can we do something like? I mean, we can't like just do that, yeah. Because
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
That's fine. We go around. We go
Yeah,
around.
this-
we go around like that.
The scale
But we
of the
don't
image
island
is
hop, so you- yeah.
inaccurate.
Cool.
So that'll be 1, 2.
We're not going too much late, are we, Neil?
No.
Okay.
So it seems like.
It'll take you about 10 days to get round there. And give me a good navigation check, Mr. Mooton. All right. 10 days
Still fine.
later. 3, 5, 6. Excellent. 10 days later, on the 7th of November, 1513, our party refines themselves at Crob Isle.
Nice.
The ship comes round the island, and then takes its time going through that strait to see what is exactly the situation here. What's going on?
Well,
as you...
Oh, sorry.
No,
Wait,
please.
did we go through the strait?
I
I thought
assumed
you were
wanted
asking
to...
me what we were trying to do.
I was
that
about
what
to
you were
ask you
doing?
what you were trying to do, yeah, but I expected you guys were gonna like go through the strait to see what was happening with the two towns.
Yeah,
Maybe.
do that, and we might not even stop. There's other islands near here we haven't checked out, so I think we just want to check in on the goblins. If it looks like they're still there, we might maybe go and talk to them. But
Yeah. Well, as you first enter the strait, right here, you can use your spyglass and see that on the southern island, there are bodies. rotting bodies picked apart by birds, held up by spikes, left through the town and along the coastline, deteriorating, being eaten by animals.
Human
Humans.
bodies?
Human bodies.
Base.
In the village, you can see goblins going about daily life. Many
Based.
husks of buildings remain, burned out by mistake or by intent. The village is not much left anymore, just a few remaining structures. On the far side, in Crobtown, you can see that there are guards, lookouts, scattered all up and down the coastline. People just watching. Little campfires built up into proper tents, small little lookouts. There are watchtowers now being erected at the far tip of Crob Island. And the first watchtower that you begin to sail past it, someone on the watchtower like flags you back and forth with flags that say "Make for port." Clearly, they're trying to direct you to the Crobtown side, main side of the North Isle.
Wait, the watchtower is out here, right?
Yeah, there's a watchtower out here now.
Captain, you get close to that, I can lightning bolt it.
No need. We'll just bring them all down on us. Let's just sail through.
I want to see the lightning bolt.
I kind of want to see it too, but it's fine.
There'll be time. Don't do anything stupid. They're ready for battle here.
I'm ready for battle, Captain.
Yeah, and there's 4 of us in the whole town of them.
Where are you going?
Those odds went pretty good last time.
I want to just pass through the strait now.
Just in and out the other side?
Yeah, honestly, looking at it now, I'm disgusted with what we've done. I just sail through it.
What about the other party members here? What do you have to say?
No one was excited. The first allies they've actually had have kept up their side of the bargain. They gave them more money than they asked for. They acted completely rational, and you know what? It seems to Nilrim that monsters are more rational than humans. You know, humans scheme, humans lie, but monsters are pretty straightforward in what they want. They want money, they're honest with you, and Nilrim likes that.
No, they're not always honest, but they're humans, so.
How do you feel about this sail?
Sale feels, he's like slightly conflicted about it. He's like, maybe I didn't have to kill that many people. But also, everyone who lives here is kind of an asshole. And like, nobody wants to be my friend. Nobody wants to like, let me just walk around town and be a normal person. Gotta like, land on the island away from the port. He's like, you know what? The people who live in this land, they deserve this. And I'm glad it was me that did it.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
What about you, Archie? How do you feel about it?
Archie's muted.
Still got some human down there somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah, I think he's a little thrown off by it, but his trust in the captain and the crew and his decisions is enough for him to be like, it's probably fine. It's probably
No point crying over spilt milk.
Exactly.
I think I put an arm around your shoulder as I sort of see you looking at it with the same look. That's what I'm feeling. And I say, well, nothing we can do about it now.
I'd like to high five Nilrim and say monsters rule.
Yeah, Nilrim will give you a high five, and Nilrim will rejoice and be like, look, Captain, look what we did. Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, we did something. I don't know if it's wonderful or not, but at least we got paid for it.
We brought the goblins out of their chains. They're now free to do what they want.
Yeah. You identify with them?
I identify with any man being forced by their captors. Or goblin.
As you sail through the strait, you can see flags being waved in Crobtown itself. Flags saying, "Dock now with haste."
I hope the goblins don't attack our ship. I'm not obviously not docking, so we keep going. Like, absolutely, obviously not docking.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing we could do, so.
In one side, out the other. You leave Crobtown and the Crob Strait alone. You leave the Goblin King where he is, ruling the Southern Isle. They seem to be prosperous now, the goblins who run
As
that
we're
area.
getting near the end of the strait, I'll say, what do we want to do? Do we want to loop around the back of the goblin side and go and speak to him? Or should we just keep going to the next island?
I don't think we have anything for him, really. And I don't think he has anything for us. Might just
Alright.
piss him off.
Yeah,
We
let's
need to
leave
bring
it.
him weapons.
It's
Yeah.
too hot right now. Let's leave it. Yeah. Okay, so we just go to the next island, Neil. So we're we came in on one side, we sailed through, and I'm just going to the next island.
Which
Are you
one
going
do
to go to
wanna
the archipelago known as Mon Cher? Or do you want to go to the big jungle island with the massive lake in the middle called Swamplandia?
Well, which side? We came from the left, so I think we're going to the archipelago. Right? Because did we not come
I think
this
we would.
way?
No one would rather go to this place.
Yeah.
It doesn't
To
seem
Mon
like
Cher?
there's much on Swampland.
So I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to turn around. So.
Yeah, no. Swamplandia, it's a fucking swamp town. Who the fuck wants to go there? Mon
Oh shit!
Cher.
I just deleted the boat nail. I didn't realize I had control over it.
You guys
Wait,
sink. The campaign is over. Everyone is
I can't
dead.
undo it.
I'll fix it later.
yeah,
Mon
okay.
Cher comes into view. It is a collection of small islands, like really small islands, all fairly close together with narrow waterways between them. The closest approach between some of these waterways is going to be a matter of hundreds of feet. The largest, maybe a few thousand. There are many mountain ranges and tall peaks scattered about. The first island that you will spot, well, not the first island. One of the very first islands you will spot, though, is this little one right in here, if you can see that. We can zoom in enough on that. And it is a barren wasteland. The mountains are dead, no trees left on them. It's just sort of like a dirty Martian landscape. Everywhere else is crisp and green and lush and filled with life. But this one is very dead.
How strange.
There are two tall peaks, one right here, probably Mon Cher itself, and this one over here that like stand out above everything else. In addition, there is this one very long mountain range. Sure, there are other mountains, but these are the important features that might draw you to any place. We're gonna find out what happens in Mon Cher when we come back next week with more Tides of Death.
Awesome. We have a few questions from the Patreon. Make sure you check it out, patreon.com/tidesofdeath. Question 1. Do you think helping your newfound allies is paramount? Bringing them back from the Stone Age seems cool. The ones on Sulphur Island? Yeah, I think we're interested, at least I'm interested in helping them out. They seem to be our only useful allies besides the goblins and the other lady.
I'm down to do a little empire building, you know.
Yeah. I think helping them out's a great idea. They share our goal. They're the only people we know that like as fervently hold the goal to topple the White Prince as us. So they make natural allies for us.
Yeah, at the very least, there might be a way to like corrupt their religion, or give them some sort of technology, like give them back forges and stuff.
Next question. For Koibu, what does little Bobby think of the current arrangement? Does he like his current life better than before? Does he like being able to boss the other people around?
Oh, man. When you go out on an adventure of any kind, it's going to be a mixed package, right? If you travel the world for a few months, if you live in a foreign country for a year or something, you're going to go through a period of like, this is great. And you're going to go through periods of, I'm super deeply homesick. Little Bobby is still going through these phases. He's still going through like, I miss my friends and family and I miss not being beaten up. Also, he's going through, I'm with pirates. There's money involved here. Things are happening. There's weird magic going on. I've never felt so alive, right? It's like being in the middle of a global pandemic or a global crisis. It's a fascinating, interesting, exciting time. And part of that is really good and enjoyable. And you kind of love it. But also, you kind of just wish things were a little bit more chill and not so exciting. So, little Bobby, he can come out on either side. You know, maybe at the end of the day, he loves it all. Maybe at the end of the day, it breaks his back or breaks his spirit. But he has not reached the tipping point where he is committed to one outcome or the other. It all hinges on what happens to him.
For Koibu, what is your favorite campaign you've run? And for all, what are some older campaigns you'd recommend for those that are caught up on this one?
I love all of my children equally. You can't go to a parent and ask which is your favorite child. It's a ridiculous question.
I
Just answer
recommend
it.
probably this one in Tombs of Scoria, and then Desperate Measures. It wasn't super long, but that was a really good campaign.
I really liked. It was my introduction to D&D. I really like Gnomes, Tomes, and Catacombs.
That was good.
I have. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. If you like this kind of freeform campaign where it's kind of open world and what happens is kind of just like up to the role play and what's going on in the story at that moment, then Hardcore Heroes, which is on Neil's YouTube. If you like more of a sort of contained, long form story with a great narrative, a great beginning, middle, and end, then Frozen Frontier. Also on Neil's YouTube.
I actually haven't watched a whole lot of D&D. I think the only real D&D I watched was oh god, what were they called?
Don't say Critical Role.
I think it was like Dimension 20. They like did like
Oh,
a
yeah.
fantasy high thing. That was kind of cool. I really like that. Was kind of like I watched that, and then like a couple weeks later, Mooten was like, "Hey, do you want to play D&D?" And I was like, "Yes."
Based. All right.
Oh,
that's all
also,
oh yeah.
if you like kind of D&D, I really like the podcast, The Film Reroll, where they have a bunch of like improv actors, and the premise is they play through a movie as the characters of the movie. But it's like tabletop role play, so that you have like roles and the improv people take it into like wacky directions. It's really fun.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Little story about Dimension 20. I was on like a family holiday the other day, and one of Fran's like cousins, who's like 21 or something, I overheard her talking about how much she was like into D&D. I was like, oh shit. And it turns out she's a massive fan of Dimension 20, would you believe? Never even heard of it. And I was like, oh, I do D&D online. She's like, oh, cool. That's it, really. Just sad.
You're a
Don't actually-
9/9 fucking
Yeah, I
wizard
know.
fighter.
That was such a good
She
move.
doesn't know.
It was such a good move.
She doesn't know.
Solid.
All right, there were no more questions for the Patreon, so make sure you join that if you like the campaign and can. Yeah, we'll be back next week. I think an hour, or I don't know, normal time.
An hour
There was some-
earlier if you're in America. When do your clocks go forward?
Sunday.
Fuck,
Yeah,
why not?
so it should be back to normal time next week
Mhm.
if you're an American
Cool.
or if you're in North America.
Right out.
That's it.
Well,
Okay.
see you guys later. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Check
Bye-bye.
the watch,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.